Hello everyone, how are you going today? If you're new to this channel, I'm Serafina. How are you? And if you're a subscriber or a returning viewer, welcome back. I hope that you're doing very well as well. Today I'm heading back into the ranking videos. I wanted to get back into it for a while, but I just didn't. There have been so many other videos that I wanted to make beforehand. That's okay, because we're here now. And today's topic of interest for the ranking video is going to be an interesting one to say the least. So, how do I start this off? How do I start this off actually? Okay, so Sonic Paradox. If you're watching this video, then you'll know who they are, most likely, if you clicked on this video. But for those who don't, Sonic Paradox is a YouTube channel that's, as the name probably will suggest, is a Sonic the Hedgehog based channel. They've been making content since 2009. So after I filmed this video, I found out that Sonic Paradox actually started on Newgrounds in 2005, meaning that the Sonic Shorts series could potentially be 20 years old, depending on when they started it. They are best known for making the series Sonic Shorts, which is a series of videos that is basically a compilation of animated shorts of the Sonic universe. I've known of this channel for a long time now. I'll never forget the first time I stumbled upon this channel. I remember this night so clearly. It's 2012. I'm at my dad's house one evening at the dining table on my laptop. Just scrolling through YouTube. I don't know what I was scrolling through at that time. Not much, not compared to now. And I stumbled upon this video. It included Sonic and Tails. So I thought, okay, it looks animated, so I'm going to watch it because I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. So I clicked on it. And the first thing that I see is Sonic and Tails approached by a piranha with a gun. And Sonic's solution to defeat it is to use Tails as a shield. And the rest is history. There were 7 volumes at that time because a lot of them came out between 2009 and 2011. So I watched all of them back to back all throughout then in 2013. And I was there for when the 8th volume came out in 2013. I watched that in real time and it was fun. And then after that volume came out, Sonic Shorts went radio silent. I have to go. Like Sonic Paradox was still making content, but the Sonic Shorts series just vanished. Essentially. That was until last year, and I'll never forget it. I was scrolling through the comments of a video, I looked to the side, and there was a Sonic Shorts video, and I'm like, okay, cool. But I realized the thumbnail was different. I looked closer, and it said volume 9, and I'm like, wait, hang on. I looked, and it was like a few months ago at that point, because this was last year. And I internally screamed, because I'm like, oh my god. We're back. The Sonic Shorts are back. And it was a 45-minute video too, the longest ever. Bitch. I was excited. I was excited for it. I watched the first 8 volumes back in my teen years, and now I'm as an adult with all these new ones coming in. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then they've released a 10th video at the end of last year while instantaneously announcing volume 11. As I'm filming this, volume 11 has not been released. If by any chance volume 11 does come out before this video does, I'll add onto this video, but I'll probably do a redux once volume 11 comes out. I mean, look, Sonic has been a big part of my life. I won't go into the history of that now, but just so you know, if Crash Bandicoot was a big part of my childhood, Sonic was a big part of my teen years, specifically from 2007 to 2013. I'm saying all this to say that today I'm going to be ranking every single short that has been in the Sonic Short series from volume 1 to volume 10. That's going to be a big feat, seeing that there's about 200 plus shorts that I'm going to be ranking. Whew, it's going to be a long one, so I'm going to try and keep my thoughts short, like the Sonic short.
Sounds like the writers are just phoning it in.
Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and hit the notification bell. Alright, so with all being said and done, let's get into the ranking. I've based the tiers off of Sonic games that I've played. Bottom tier, we have Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. You thought it was going to be Sonic 06, didn't you? Well, joke's on you. I never played that game. But I did have the misfortune to play Chronicles, and boy oh boy, was that an interesting week. Minimum. No, maximum. What am I saying? These are the shorts that I just don't like. Like, I just have a strong negative feeling towards, either because I just don't like them, or, more likely, they are problematic and of its time. And there are definitely going to be a few that is going to be in this tier, and Moving up to the next tier, we have Sonic Colors. Don't get it twisted, this doesn't mean that Sonic Colors is a bad game by any means, but to give an example, I got this game for Christmas in 2010, and between Christmas and New Year's Eve of 2010, I completed the game. And then that was it. I never touched the game again. That explains Colors to me. So these are going to be the shorts that are, at best, okay. They don't really scream any positive or negative feelings to me. They just exist. They just exist. Next tier up in the middle tier, we have Sonic the Fighters.
Yes!
I love this game. Like, we need a few more Sonic, like, fighting games officially from Sega. Also, I'm not gonna get into it, but let's give our flowers to Sonic Battle. I have a very traumatic experience with Sonic Battle. I'm not gonna get into it. Shorts in this tier, at the very best, gave me a light chuckle or like air exhaling from my nose. They're good, but they're not amazing. Next tier up we have Sonic Heroes. Is Sonic Heroes the perfect Sonic game? No. Is it perfect to me? Oh yes. Sonic Heroes was the very first Sonic game I ever owned, so it does hold a lot of nostalgic value to me. So, with that being said, shorts in the Heroes tier are, like, they're quite good. They're not the cream of the crop, but they are at least memorable. They are funny, or they have had a decent impact on my psyche. Mostly in a good way. And then, top tier, we have... I said what I said, and you're just gonna have to deal with that fact. How do you make a sequel to a spin-off game peak?
Okay, boomer, shut the fuck up!
These shorts are the best. These are the ones that when I think of them, I generally just find them great. Whether it's the humor, the concept of the short, because there are a few concepts that I can think of, especially in the later volumes, that I just think are fucking hilarious. If I talk about Sonic shorts to anyone, I will rave about these shorts specifically. One more thing before we start the ranking. No hate towards any of the animators involved in this series. They have put a lot of their creative blood, sweat and tears into making these shorts. All the critiques I have, we solely focus on the animations themselves, unless if I say otherwise. Alright, so we've done that. Let's get into it because we've got a lot to get through. We've got 10 volumes worth. We're going to start at the very beginning with volume 1. Starting off, we've got a very easy short. It's just Sonic running through, I'm assuming a city escape because of Escape from the Sea playing, and he comes across a boost pad and he's like, oh, if I go on it, I'll speed up. Which is true, but he puts one foot on the pad, he goes A over T, and his face lands on the boost pad, and he gets an asphalt exfoliation down the street, and then it continues on from there later on in that volume, with his face still dragging down the street in the middle of the night. I think it's a nice, like, start to this list. I think it's good. It's definitely better than Colors, because it's the very first one ever. It's not Heroes though, so I'm gonna put it in Fighters. I think that's a good place to start for it. Also, I'm gonna be putting credits to all the animators as well. I'll put them where I put them. But this one in particular is by long-running animators throughout the series, which is the Wax. It's interesting because I think, in my personal opinion, a lot of their animation kind of is resembling Sonic X. I don't know if that's their intention. I feel like it is. But anyways, so it's Knuckles resting against the Master Emerald. He leans back too far and he breaks it. Again, it's pretty simple. It's funny. It's okay. Is it okay?
It's okay, I'm okay, had him in the first place.
I think so. I was gonna say, is this Colors worthy or is it Fighters worthy? I think I'm gonna put it in, I was gonna say Colors, but honestly, it is kind of funny just for the beginning. I think I'll put it in Fighters as well. Next one though, I don't know what to say about this one. It's just Sonic, just like, I don't know what Sonic's doing. He's just like body slamming Shadow. I don't get it. I feel like it's a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. I'm confused. I'm gonna put it in Chronicles? Hot take? Maybe. I don't know. Next short is Sonic. He's underwater and he's about to run out of air, but he's not doing anything to stop it because he's like, well, fuck it, I may as well die. But in the end, it's Tails that actually dies. So it was like subversive. Oh no, subversive.
What? You thought those were mine?
Everyone shout, mommy!
This whole thing is gonna be chaotic. I'm sorry in advance. I think it's a good one. I think, again, Fighters. It's a cute, funny one. This one, no shade to this animator because I think this is the same one that had the other one that's in Chronicles currently. And I'm gonna put this one immediately in Chronicles too. And the reason was because I don't like how long the build up to the punchline is. I think it's too long for my liking. It's a Seven Rings reference, never played that game.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Leading up to the punchline of him smashing into the camera, it just, again, too long in my opinion. Next one, it's Shadow threatening a Chow, being like, I'm going to fuck you up. And for that, I'm just gonna put it in colors. I would put it in fighters, but honestly, that child doesn't deserve to be harassed like that. No. Next we have Sonic running and slipping on a banana peel. I feel like the humor for the beginning of the first like volume or two, the expectations are low because there is nothing else to like compare it to. So I think with this one, I'm gonna put it in colors because it's okay, but not like absolutely. Okay, no, this one's actually quite funny. It's Sonic holding a copy of Sonic 06 and he is just not happy with it. Yeah, I feel like that would have been everyone's response when it came out. Also, I don't know what, I like the animation in this one. I think for the concept alone, I'll put it in Heroes. I think it's decent. Next one, it's Sonic basically being like Jaws, like it's got the Jaws theme circling this chili dog. I will put it in Fighters though because, again, it's okay. Also, I do want to mention, in the late 2010s, Sonic Paradox did remaster all of the shorts, thank God, because like we can see them in better quality. That's the only one that hasn't been remastered because of copyright due to using the Jaws theme. That's a shame, but you know. Next we have Shadow freaking out because Chris Thorndike is a chicken or a rooster. What is going on here? Putting it in colors, that's it. Okay, next one, again, Amy telling Sonic that she's pregnant. That's it, literally 5 seconds. It's going in colors again. Sonic getting knackered by a rock. Sonic colors, yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go. You sneezed on me. That means I'm gonna catch the emo. The what? The emo! Is this gonna be the first short in Zero Gravity? So Shadow sneezes on Sonic, and Sonic is worried that he's gonna catch the emo. Even though Shadow's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
My health is just a sick game to you, isn't it?
Rack 'em up, let's play again.
The slow-mo while Shadow's sneeze droplets fly onto Sonic's face, and Sonic's overreaction is also funny. It is, yeah, I'm gonna put it in Zero Gravity, and I do think back on it, and I laugh. It's great. This one, I don't really get into it. I'm putting it in Chronicles, just fandom being fandom. Oh, goodbye. I don't get this one either. This is a reference to something. I don't know what the reference is. It's going in Chronicles. I don't care. It makes me annoyed. It makes me annoyed. Next we have Robotnik calling up Eggman, being like, what are you doing? That hedgehog is the enemy. Why are you working with him? And Eggman's like, girl, who's this?
Hello?
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
Yeah, it's fine. It's colors. Next one, Sonic trying to break past a toll booth, fails successfully. Colors again. Nothing else to say about that one. So the next one, it's, what was it again? It was Knuckles, Chris Thorndike, and Cream walking down the street. And there's like a meteorite that's falling towards Earth, but because it like starts burning as it goes down, it disintegrates into like a rock like this size, roughly, and it hits Knuckles on the head. Then he punches Chris in the stomach thinking that he was the one that threw the rock at him. Kind of funny. Does Chris Thorndike deserve all the hate he gets just for existing in Sonic X? Well, maybe.
Damn.
Or last.
They really didn't give a fuck about me.
Bullying a child? It could not be me? Question mark. This is going in Fighters. And then the last one for Volume 1 is... God. Like, this one is, in my opinion, a little bit boring because it just kind of shows Sonic in his life with his shoes. But then it gets really weird really fast because after going on a date with Amy, he goes back to her place. They're about to... You know, but then Sonic takes his shoes off and he realizes his feet stink. So then he just leaves. And the crazy thing is he doesn't even take his shoes. He leaves his shoes at Amy's house. And worse still, Amy comes out and she's Undressed by Kim Cesarion. Remember that song? Oh, that is so 2014. Hi, night. Oh, no. Chronicles, because this, no. Alright, 1 volume down, 9 more to go. Let's go to volume 2. Woohoo!
So, Annie...
Boozerman's Vector. How do I start to describe him? It's such an entity to any other Vector in the verse, the Sonic verse. Boozerman's Vector is unhinged, and he could be on a few lists as well, potentially, allegedly. Well, according to the spin-off short of him that happened like in 2018, which I do recommend to watch if you haven't already, he has been convicted and gone to prison for multiple reasons at once. I mean, this is where it all started off. Vector comes in after Sonic and Amy are about to literally, again, and then he says his most infamous quote.
To get through tight spaces, press the circle button to slide!
Excuse me!
But you know what? It just shows how prolific this version of Vector is, Boozman's Vector, Boozman being the animator, because he has appeared in other animators' animations in his whole lineup. Even in like the newer editions of Sonic Shorts, he's here. And because of that alone, despite how traumatic this could potentially be, I'm putting this short in Heroes. Not gonna be in Zero Gravity, I'm not that crazy. Heroes, just because of how, dare I say it, iconic. Some say iconic.
Yeah. Some say iconic. I'd say that's fair.
Others will say jail, prison, electric chair to this Vector. Okay, next up we have Sonic and Shadow on the internet. They're looking at like fan art of themselves, but then they make the mistake of looking at fan art of both of them together. And all I can say is that they will never forget the word Sonato.
Sonic and Shadow. Okay, here.
I am not goddamn kissing you! You know what, I'll just do it now, get out of the way.
And I can only imagine nowadays how that could be so much worse. God, shipping is insane. Anyways, I'm gonna put this in Fighters or Heroes. I think for the humor alone, I'll put it in Heroes. Yeah. Sonic throwing a rock at one of the springs and it ricochets back onto his head. Bam. I'm putting it in colors though because it's okay. This one, I'm gonna need some time to think about this one because it's Sonic approaching Silver. He's like, oh, who are you? And Silver's like, I am your new enemy. Silver. And he turns around, he's a bit more, I guess, effeminate than he usually is, which leads Sonic to recoil in horror. And then it cuts back to Silver. I don't know what the animator was intending to imply with this animation. I'm led to assume that they're making Silver trans or just being queer in a derogatory sense. Because I'm thinking about it this way. This animation was made in 2009 and just the way that this animation has been approached, I don't think this is made with the attitude of, hey, Silver may not be the most like macho, masculine of the hedgehogs. That's the whole point. He isn't, let's celebrate him for that. And instead, it's probably like, oh, Silver is just a sissy femboy twink.
What's up, excuse me?
I don't know what else the concept could be. Although, I will say, in the most hilarious sense of irony, he is rocking the trans colors, so like...
You wanna get me up my polo shirt?
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this. I do feel like this was made as a derogatory sense towards Silver and how quote-unquote feminine he is. Big fucking whoop. Silver is Silver. Doesn't matter how masculine or feminine he is. He's still an icon. You know what? Shine, my son! Wow. See? Look at him sparkle.
Bitch, I can't fucking see!
That's the power of a gay boy. I don't think this was made with the best of intentions, so I'm putting it in Chronicles for that matter. I would like to say otherwise, but I have my doubts. Next we have like an anthology of Big trying to find Froggy. Nothing too important. It's gonna go in colors. Sonic is eating a chili dog and then Knuckles comes and is like, you do know what they put in there, right? And then Sonic looks down and he just sees one of Tails' tails in it. Cool. It's going in colors though. Sonic is driving a car. And he's like, why the heck am I driving a car? Colors.
And that's why Sonic Drift sucks.
The colors tier is going to be filled up immediately. Next one, I didn't get it back then, but I do get it now. It has to be a reference to something. I don't know what it is. I don't know how much I like it. It's going in colors. Alright, next up. Sonic zooms past a dude and steals his wallet in the process. The perks of super speed, am I right? Also, I find it interesting how the animator made the background look like the Estonian flag. Regardless though, it's going in colors. So next, I'm assuming it's supposed to be Sonic 3. It's Knuckles' introduction where he steals the Chaos Emeralds, but it's done like a musical number. And I think it's funny. It's original. I like it. It's going in Fighters. Nothing too flash, but it's still funny though. This one, like, what you see is what you get. Literally, that's all you get. So it's going in colors. I can't really explain much else to it. Sonic encounters a magic genie toast and he's like, I will grant you wishes. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I don't recall. But then Sonic just eats it. That's it. It literally is just it. So it's going colors again. I'm sorry. Like I said, some of these shorts, especially from the original lineup, they're just mid. They really are. All right, next it's Mighty. So I had to think of his name for a second there. It's Mighty at the bar. It's Mighty and Ray. Sorry, Mighty and Ray at the bar, being down in the luck because they have not been in a game for so long. And then Bean's there too. Although I think since then Mighty has returned, so props to him. Yay him. Yeah. Colors. I love the animation though. Next one is just Sonic just standing still, looking stupid, I guess, while a bird pecks on his head. Colors. It's colors to me. Okay, next up we have what's this one again? Oh yeah, Eggman's captured Sonic. He's gonna torture Sonic, and he decides the way to do it is to literally dance, which works because Sonic dies with blood dripping out of his eyes.
What the fuck was that?
And funnily enough, this is not going to be the only time that Eggman is going to dance in this series, nor will it be the last time that he is going to torture Sonic one-on-one. That sounds ominous. And that's because it is. Aside from that though, I feel like it goes a bit too long for my liking, so I'm putting it in colors as well. The ratio of shorts that are good and not good are staggering so far. Last one for volume 2, I don't even know what this one is. I never really watched it, so I'm putting it in colors. That's it. Alright, volume 2 done. Oh, this is gonna be such a fucked video. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I just feel like everything's all over the place. Volume 3. Oh yeah, this one's good too. The siblings of Sonic Underground. Good lord. Ready to play, but they transform into like a metal band, which I think's funny. I don't know if I'm describing these and doing them justice, but honestly, you have to watch these for yourself if you haven't already. This one is funny. I think this is gonna go in Heroes. I will never forget the day that I realized that Jaleel White not only voiced Sonic, but also Manic and Sonya. It makes sense now that I hear it in my head. He was getting that Sonic money in the 90s, playing not one but 3 characters in this benign series. Like, God, fuck off Sonic Underground. Sonic hitting a spring and like, I don't know if it's the footing or he didn't expect it to actually like fling him off like that, and he just gets ricocheted off a bunch of springs and falls to the ground. Cool. Colors. Sonic is just shouting I hate you at Mario, berating him and making him cry. Colors.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Again, some of these just are not funny to me. But again, it's my taste. You can like it or dislike it, whatever. Sonic pulling a prank on Tails. Not Tails, that's not Tails, that's Knuckles. By putting whipped cream on his hand and then the good old whipped cream on the hand, feather trick, whoop pop.
Sonic!
I've never killed a man before, but I know I'm capable.
I might put it in colors again. Yeah. Okay, here's another prolific short in this entire franchise. Is it a franchise? We'll call it a franchise. So you know how in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, in the Green Hill Zone stage, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles go around the iconic loop, but also Silver does it as well. I don't know why they added Silver in randomly. Maybe because he was one of the newer characters at that point in time by 2008. Yeah, he would have been. So in this animation, because Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are probably more well-versed in that loop, Silver gets so puffed out trying to catch up with him, and then he gets up to the loop and he is like, oh shit! It has become like a very iconic short. It's even been referenced in future shorts to come as well. So for that alone, it's going in Heroes. I don't think it's Zero Gravity worthy. Oh, is it? No, it's only in Heroes currently, but also it continues later on in that volume. Silver is like still there at the loop at night struggling to climb over it because he's just like flat out exhausted. Give my boy Silver some peace already. First the transphobia and now just the lack of exercise. What are you doing, mate? With your sparkly self. Being a cunt. This one, I don't get it. I don't know if this is supposed to be like... No, I don't know what this one is. Like, so many things are happening. Knuckles is like high on something. I think he's trying to create Shadow the Hedgehog, and then Eggman is like inflated to the nines. Colors, I don't get it. Let's switch this up, hang on. Next one, it's Sonic and Tails going through, I don't know what game it's supposed to be. I think it's like 2. I don't know what the level is, but missiles being fired at them. Sonic's dodging them with ease, but Tails is struggling.
Come on, Tails, isn't this fun?
It's alright. I think it's gonna go in colors though. Oh. I think this might go into Heroes. As Heroes or Zero Gravity, because it's a Futurama reference, which is great. And I love how they use Froggy as like what was it called again? The Hypno Frog? Was that what it was called? The Hypno Frog? Love it. Actually, you know what? No, it's gonna go in Zero Gravity because like that is a great concept. I love it. I love the idea. I love the thought process. Love that for you. I don't know who created it. I mean, obviously, anime will be here somewhere. Woo woo. This one is, I'm pretty sure it's like the end of SA2, and Sonic is with Amy, but then the corpse of Shadow just hits against the, where are they at? The Death Egg Arc? Is it Space Colony Arc? I don't know. I have not played Sonic Adventure 2 yet. Regardless, this is going in colors. Sonic is speeding up, is like charging himself up, speeding himself up to like attack one of Eggman's robots, but he gets too dizzy and throws up. Colors, again, they might be funny back then, but internet humor has changed so much, like I don't care. Move on. Next up we have Eggman almost defeating Sonic, but then something happens to his machine, goes Windows blue screen on him. And then Sonic destroys the robot. But aside from that, it's nothing interesting. Again, colors. Good lord. I am a tough critic when it comes to these shorts. And that's because I have to be. Because you have to sift through the shit to get through to the gold gems. Am I saying shit? Probably. Another iconic reference again. This is going in Zero Gravity. This may not be important to a lot of people. It's important to me because it's a Three Caballeros reference. I used to watch this movie so much growing up. I 100% get this reference, and I love that this even exists. The Three Caballeros and Sonic reference together. I have no choice but to put it in Zero Gravity. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And if you get it, you're a real one. This one, again, this one takes too long. It's just Sonic getting like a sale on chili dogs, but Eggman being in the register, he's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this man over. And then they do like a over 9000s reference from Dragon Ball Z. Shout out to Vegeta. It's going colors, that's all I have to say. This one I feel like is also one that gets referenced a fair bit from the series. Shadow, I'm assuming he's on Radical Highway. He musters Chaos Emeralds to conjure up a Swiss roll, and he eats it. I'll put it in Fighters. The way it just happens is kind of funny. This one, I have no idea. I feel like this is based on like the Japanese dub of Sonic X. I don't get it. I'm putting it in colors. The only reason why it's not going in Chronicles is because his base explodes in the end. I don't know why that is kind of funny. Just the way it just kind of like leads up to it. This is literally it. Like a 1 second short of this. I don't know what to say about it. It's going in colors. All fighters. No colors. Yeah. Boozman's back, but this time Vector's not around, thank God. Again, I don't really know the storyline a lot about Sonic 06, but from what I've gathered about this is Silver and Shadow go back in time for some reason. In the original story, they leave before Elise wakes up, but Elise wakes up in this version after like her father dies or whatever. I know enough about Sonic 06, but not all of it, so maybe it's a good thing, I don't know. So then Silver's basically being like, oh shit, we better like not freak this girl out by realizing that her father's dead, or else time as we know it will cease to exist. But that unfortunately is what happens. So rest in peace to the universe. So I discovered that I was slightly incorrect with the description of this short because Silver didn't try to avoid telling Elise that her father is dead. She woke up, asked where her dad was, and he said that he's got some bad news. So it's all your fault, Silver. It's clear he doesn't have the best social skills.
Where am I? Where's my dad?
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Girl, what the fuck is you talking about?
Please don't cry. I'll do anything.
He's an idiot.
Colors though. This one, I can't explain it. I actually can't explain it. It's going in colors again. Look at this comparison. This is awful. Last one for volume 3. This was actually quite sad. Big's trying to catch Froggy, but then Froggy turns around and be like, okay, I'm sick of his shit. Stay the fuck away from me. He berates Big as well. I'm pretty sure the Arslow gets thrown around at some point. Something like that. I don't even know because I haven't watched it in a while. And like, it's a bit cringy now. And it ends with Big being so sad that he like unalives himself. It's actually quite sad. And for some reason, Big looks like extra skinny when he unalives himself. I don't know what's going on here, but all I'm gonna say is gonna go in Chronicles. Poor Big. He doesn't deserve that shit. Volume 4. This is the volume that I first watched when I was, how old was I when that happened? Like 15 or 16. This is the short that I saw first. And for that alone, I'm putting it in Heroes because it is actually quite funny, but the amount of like shorts that involves Tails just getting put through the ringer, too much in my opinion. It is also nostalgic because again, it is the very first short that I've seen in this entire thing. So I love that for me. Oh no. Not this one.
Hey, Sonic! Guess you lost their virginity!
You?
You did!
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church to go to. I need peace in my heart. I need it now.
Let's move on. Knuckles is playing some kind of card game with the Master Emerald. The Master Emerald wins, so Knuckles gets so pissed that he punches the emerald, then, you know, the hunt begins. That is quite funny. I'm gonna put it in Fighters. Next we have another very iconic short in this series. Shadow is trying to get eggs, I believe. They're all gone, even though the carton's there and it's empty, which is like, girl, who does that? Well, apparently, it's Sonic, and he's like, yeah, I did it. What are you gonna do, break my arms?
Gee, sometimes you're even more stupid than you're looking at.
Cuts to Sonic in bed, either in bed or in the hospital with both his arms broken, and Knuckles is like,
you really shouldn't give him ideas.
You really should give him ideas.
Girl.
To the edge of this building and jump off. Come on.
It is funny. I'm gonna put it, I think I'm gonna put it in Fighters actually, not Heroes. Oh no, if I'm putting this one here, I'll put this one here too. Yeah, because it is quite iconic, and also it does get referenced again in a later short, so that just shows the impact of this short. Next one, it's Sonic reaching the goal, but the goal is solid, so he gets knocked out by the ring. It is actually kind of funny, just the way that the impact was kind of funny, so I will put it in Fighters actually. Also speaking of Fighters, I'm going to put the next one in Fighters too. It's Sonic facing Jet. I'm assuming it's in Riders. Sonic falls off his hoverboard and Jet's like,
that was an illegal left, by the way.
But then as Jet's laughing, Sonic starts running backwards towards him and just flips him off. Pretty funny, I have to admit. Knuckles listening to Unknown from Emmy and then realizing how stupid some of the lyrics are because he stops it after he hears the line, what was the line again? Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. That's right.
Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle? What the f?
So I'll put this one also in Fighters. Hypersonic giving free seizures. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Knuckles, Rouge, and Shadow. Yeah, it's alright. I think I'll put it in colors though. This one, I don't get. It's literally Sonic and Sunny D. What? I don't like it. It's it's in Chronicles. Okay, next it's Sally trying to have, I'm assuming, some yogurt, but Sonic is like running past her and then he runs too close to her and like the yogurt just flies into her face. Should it be? I'm just trying to think where it could be. I think it's gonna go in Fighters. It's not bad. Who is the anime for this? Cacti? I believe it was Cacti from memory. I like their animation too. They were also the ones that did the one with Shadow breaking Sonic's arms, among others in the original lineup. I'm confused with this one because Sonic attacks a baddie and frees one of the animals, but the animals are screaming and throwing up, but in like a bad way. And like Sonic approaches it being like, hey, okay. And then the animal's like, no, it was my life support for something. Like, I don't know. I literally don't know what this animal says. I don't know what the life support is for because I don't know if the mic quality is so bad, but like I literally don't know what they're saying.
Where's my life support machine?
I'm nodding like I understand, but I'm not so sure I do.
I'm gonna put it in colors. So after I filmed this video, I realized that the Sonic Shorts videos have subtitles with them, which is fantastic. I didn't realize that beforehand. So I went back to that short to see what the flicky actually said. They said it was their life support machine, which obviously makes sense now that I've heard it, but for years I could not understand what that flicky was saying, and I still believe it was from the shitty mic audio quality. Alright, next. Tails approaches Sonic while he is eating a chili dog. Sonic farts. Badly, Tails hustles out from the stench.
It already stink! Oh my!
Colors. Okay, this one's a strange one. Knuckles is trying to capture, I think it was an emerald. For some reason, he has a cigarette, he's smoking, don't ask questions. He thinks of a plan to get Sonic to capture the emerald by shouting him to like, look, run up there, go, go, go. So Sonic does, but before he gets to it, there's like, Satya? Looks like a Satya. Captures it beforehand. And also, while Knuckles was doing this plan, he accidentally drops his cigarette and just causes a forest fire.
Look what happens when you
drops his cigarette.
Look.
This one's not bad. I think this is Fighters. This one's so stupid. I'm putting it in colors. It's literally just Sonic getting stuck between two springs. The voice actor, it just does sound so unlike Sonic. It's funny, but it's also not as funny, you know?
Okay, who put springs in the middle of a damn forest?
Okay, next we have Vector and Espio. I don't know if they're in like some haunted house. They approach this room or a closet, they open it, and it's Tails' soul. Espio's soul leaves his body, but it turns out it's actually not Tails' soul, thank God, but it's Charmy. And Espio's probably dead now.
Oh my fucking god, she fucking dead.
Brownie points for adding in a Sonic Heroes song in the background. I'm pretty sure they did Hang Castle, although Missing Mansion is better. Clap that too. Okay, this one, Sonic, no, who's that? Who's Robotnik's henchman in the 90s cartoons? Isn't it like Snivelly or something like that? Who cares? What a loser. He tries to get his cronies to fire at Sonic, Tails, and Sally, but they instead attack ducks. There's a duck hunt reference as well. That's fun.
Say what?
Because I used to play Duck Hunt at like a family friend's house. They had like it was a PlayStation or some sort of game console. So yeah, colors though. This is a Seven Rings reference. Fucked if I know. I don't know where in the game this is. I think it's towards the end. Sonic wishes for something and the genie's like, go, all this for that, get fucked, and then kills him, I think. Colors. Next we have Sonic 06. I'm pretty sure it's the climax scene where Sonic's dead. Spoiler alert, Sonic dies in Sonic 06. Crazy, I know, right? So Elise infamously kisses Sonic. Sorry, just think about it again. Like, it's all insane. So Elise kisses Sonic, gets rabies, and then Amy, Blaze, and Shadow appear and attack Elise. Actually, it's just Amy and Blaze. Shadow just stands there in the background, but it's Shadow's face that also gets me as well. He just looks angry. I don't know. And then Sonic wakes up, he's like, oh, I don't know, what's worse? Elise kissing an animal or a corpse? Crazy, right? It is chaotic, I love it. It's going in Heroes. Just need to get some water. My voice is starting to give out and we're not even halfway through yet. Next we have, there's a Chow, I don't know specifically Cheese, and he's just babbling on, talking, and then it cuts to Knuckles, and he just so aggressively says,
what the f*** are you saying?
Oh, like, it's not like with the other one where Shadow threatens the Chow, or if it's Cheese, I don't know who it is, but this one, it's funny. Because, like, yay, Knuckles is threatening, but also, it's just the cadence and how he says it, it's so aggressive. I'm putting it in zero gravity. It's actually too funny. Last one for volume 4 is, what is this one? Sonic goes into like this room where like these baddies are.
The Muppet Show backstage.
And they clearly don't want him to see what they're doing, but Sonic goes in the room and sees. They're literally like playing like a Sonic killing simulator. So Sonic's like, not cool guys. Colors. Volume 5. First off, we have, oh, it's a Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games reference. Yay! So Sonic is doing diving, which immediately, why is he doing that? Because, you know, he's afraid of water, but he does it anyways. He's successful, he gets great marks, but then immediately he is drowning. So Mario throws him a ring as like a life support so he can hold on to, which is great, but then because it's a ring, he collects it, so then he's drowning again. And then I think, pretty sure, in a continuation of the short in the volume, Sonic gets out of the water. Eggman's laughing at him because, aha, you nearly drowned. But then Sonic uppercuts him into the water, and then it's Eggman's turn to start suffering. I think this could go into fighters. Fighters, I think. Yeah, fighters. This one, colors immediately. It's like this adult baddie and like its baby baddie. Trying to learn how to walk, and he gets the training wheels, da da da. But then he like dies by like running into a spike. And there was a Shadow the Hedgehog. Them's the brakes, pal. Oh god, there was gonna be a Snapcube reference chucked in here eventually. Just a matter of when. And honestly, Volume 5, I held off quite a while. Alright, next we have Sonic being constantly confused for someone else. Like whether it's Shadow, Metal Sonic, or Silver, people think that it's him, and Sonic starts losing his shit. By the end, he's tearing his ears out. He is not having a great time. It's funny.
People say we're alike. They say we've got the same hair.
I'm putting it in fighters. Yes. Sonic versus Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic's ready to beat the Shadow Sonic, but then Sonic just goes for the kill shot and like whacks him in the balls, and then his nuts and bolts fall apart, if you know what I mean. Fighters. Yeah, it's decent. I feel like I was supposed to have this video more like intact. I feel like it's falling apart as the minutes go. Next short, yeah, I think it's Sonic Adventure 2 related. Sonic's ready to beat Shadow, and Shadow's ready to do like chaos control to get out of there, but the emerald isn't working, and he realizes because there's no batteries in it.
Well,
I think this is gonna go in colors. Sonic's about to have a chili dog, but then Knuckles, he gives him a punch in that glass jaw of Sonic's because he gets knocked out immediately.
Two of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, that's all.
It doesn't end there because then Sonic goes Supersonic and just beats the shit out of Knuckles, sends him flying into the air. There is a continuation of this, but I'm doing it separately because I'm pretty sure it's by a different animator. But this one, it's funny. I do like the animation in this one as well. Most of the animations in these are good. I feel like with the newer ones, they get even more creative and like fantastic. But anyways, I think it's gonna go in fighters. Yeah. This one. I used to love this short so much. All it is Omochao informing characters of like very menial things that they get, because you know Omochao has a tendency to just say the absolute obvious. So this animator ran with it with this short, and I love it so much. And also what makes it funny is Omochao's voice. It's not like what you would think Omochao's voice is, but it makes it funnier for some reason to me.
You got the Lightspeed shoe. You can run along a trail of rings at super speed. You got the fighting gloves. They're yellow.
What the hell? Why don't you just give me some gloves with I am gay written on them?
Hi, gay. Happy Fadman.
I'm putting this in Zero Gravity because it is funny. It lives rent free in my head, and I do reference it. It is a vocal stim for me. Okay, next one we have Sonic trying to get out of being in a relationship with Amy, and he does that by being gay with Tails. And Amy's rightfully like upset.
You've gotta be
Like, what do you mean? What's the thought process? And of course, Vector is included because it is a Bruiser Man animation, and Vector's trying to infiltrate Amy's house. Like, girl, what are you doing? Call triple fucking zero immediately.
This bitch.
It is actually quite funny though, so I'm putting it in fighters. I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this Okay, so for some reason Vector insinuates that Rouge is a sex worker, and then Rouge is like, Vector, for the last fucking time, I'm not. And then a ring appears between her.
What kind of slut are you?
I just want to put it in Chronicles because, like, I don't know how I really feel about this. All I can say is at least both of the characters involved are canonically of age. So, yeah. At least I got that going for it. Next we have Sally. Okay. Fuck. Not now, please. Sally and Bunny trying to take down or like infiltrate Eggman's like crew or whatever by pretending to be like the robots. But then Sonic arrives and doesn't realize it's them. So he just like plows through them, bifurcates both of them. Yikes. Colors. So the next one's the continuation of... But both Sonic and Knuckles are playing Smash, I believe. And then there's like a reference to that one Sonic movie The one with the weird voice acting in it. You know the one, if you know. It's got that line, you whatever it is. I don't remember it. Strange, isn't it? That one. And then Knuckles just punches Sonic again.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you. Be quiet! Shut up!
I just seem to make it fair. It's gonna go in with the other one in Fighters. Like, you know, Sonic running with like a black bar on his parts, and then he's like at the top of the cliff, and he's like, yeah, and then the thing just like flies off, so because it doesn't matter anyways. Colors, don't care. All right, next one. I think it's the Sonic 02. Go what? What? Sonic 2 reference, because it's Sonic and Tails up against Eggman, but Eggman, or is it Knuckles and it's a Sonic 3? One of the two, I don't know what it is.
Oh, finally you're here, bitch. You got $1?
Whoever it is presses a button, they start falling down. It's like a water stage, so Sonic's freaking out. He's holding on to Tails, being like, don't let me touch that water. And Tails is trying his very best, even though Sonic is like quite heavy.
All right, bud, let's die. Geronimo!
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, okay.
So again, Tails fighting for his life yet again, and Sonic comes out unscathed. Justice for, when will it stop?
No.
Justice for Tails. But it is funny though, I'm putting it in Fighters. Yeah, Fighters. Oh god, this one. So you know how I was saying before how there were ways for Eggman to torture Sonic? This is another one of those ones, but it's a lot more graphic. I'm not really gonna go into it because if you know, you know, and if you don't, just like watch it, and you know what I mean? Wonder Man. I will put it in Fighters though, because for better or for worse, it is memorable. Next one is, I don't know what game it's supposed to be, but it's Sonic getting all the Chaos Emeralds, but he literally can't use them all to be supersonic until like a specific moment or like action. And then the text gets really touchy after Sonic attacks it, and he's like, oh, let me get the receipts, Mr. ED. Colors, sure. Alright, next one, it's Sonic and Tails up against some bad nicks or whatever. And like, it's boring. I'm putting it in colors, whatever. And then the last one for Volume 5 is Robotnik firing a squad of missiles to 4Kids headquarters because of the way that they have portrayed Eggman in the English dub. I guess rightfully so. Look, 4Kids dubs are so infamously bad. I do get that. Although I will argue, this might be a controversial opinion, but I do prefer the voice acting in the 4Kids version of Winx Club than any other adaptation, in my opinion. Does that mean it's still good? No. The voice acting is great, but the way that they butchered the storyline is so bad. But anyways, I think this is going to go in colors regardless. Now it's Volume 6. God, we are already halfway through. The battery is almost dying. I don't know if I'm going to get all this done today. Oh, Lord. Volume 6 starts off with a Sonic Adventure reference or Sonic Adventure 2 reference with Knuckles. I don't know if this technically counts, but I'm putting it in there because it is quite funny. Oh, I think it referenced a few shorts from Volume 5, but the one that sticks out to me the most is the one with Omochao because like Knuckles ends up dying from like a spinal injury.
You got a serious spinal condition from carrying so much junk. You got a tombstone.
But he returns.
Also, I died of a severe spinal injury. I got better.
And I don't know why, just I find that funny. So I'm putting it in Fighters. I don't know if this also counts, but I'm putting it in there as well. Sonic being attacked by the Sega logo falling over is also going to go in Fighters because it is actually funny. Alright, next we have the opening of Sonic 2, but Sonic doesn't know who Tails is, and he has a big ego about it, and basically is like, get the fuck off my game. This is my game, not yours. I am one of one. I'm the only one. There is no team here. It is just me, myself, and I. Oh, 2 Beyonce references in one. Okay. Yay me. I think this could go in Fighters easily. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go again. I don't recall if the characters in the Sally, Bunny, Nicole, Antoine, all them, are they comic characters or is there, or no, because there was a show, the show, the 90s show, there were some of them in there. I don't know. Anyways, they get a message from Eggman, and it's just Eggman topless, crumping. Yeah, it's a sight. And in the original version, it's done to Working for the Weekend by Loverboy, but not in the remaster because copyright, obviously.
Play intercepted transmission.
Playing, Sally.
guys, because this one's also one that gets referenced as well. Right, next one we have is Sonic facing Eggman, but Eggman actually shoots Sonic in the stomach.
Oops, sorry. Force of habit.
Well,
because of that, Sonic explodes into 1,000,001 rings and just floods the entire Death Egg Star base. This is also funny too. I'm gonna put it in fighters. My voice is starting to give out here. Next short. What's the next short again? Oh yes. Oh, this one's funny. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow all going super. It's like very intense. They're all like pushing it to the edge, but they push too much. Well, Tails does. Again, justice for Tails. His head explodes. Yay. Why is it always Tails getting all like the bad shit happening to him? Ugh, excuse me. I'm putting it in heroes. There really isn't a lot up here at the top. And that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot for this franchise so far. Next one is, I think it's just Sonic and Tails up against Eggman, but Eggman's an actual egg and then he gets cracked to oblivion by a spoon. Fighters, because it's actually kind of funny. The next one, it's Sonic and Korra and like they're fighting Eggman or something. No, it's not Eggman. It's like this like weird version of Sonic. I don't know. It's like a feral Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know. I don't know. Is this a comic thing? Don't know. Don't care. Then this guy comes up. What's his name? It's like Scourge or something. He's like a fan favorite or something. I don't know.
Allegedly.
He gets the shit beaten out of him by feral Sonic. Colors.
Yeah, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yum. What the fuck?
Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles beating the shit out of Eggman. Eggman's like, why are you doing this? And Sonic's like, because we're Sonic heroes. And then continues to beat him. Would it be ironic to put it in heroes? No, it's gonna go in fighters because like it is funny, but I think I found it funnier when I was younger. I can't explain to you what this is. What is this? What is that? It is kind of funny though because like the audio cuts out at the end. I don't know. It's random. I don't get it. Fighters, sure, why not? Okay, this one, I don't recall. Nothing happens greatly in it, so it's gonna go in colors. That's it. And this one's going in Chronicles. Good lord, Tails again. Why? He's a child. I don't know how old Sally's supposed to be, but he's a child.
When is it gonna end?
I don't need to explain it. This says enough for itself. Goodbye. Go bye. Alright, next, Sonic Adventure 2. The very beginning, Sonic escapes the helicopter. He goes down in the skateboard, getting ready to escape to the city. But then he dies because he hits the pavement. End scene. Fighters, easily. This one is, I think this is a Sonic 2 reference. Because Sonic's trying to like go up and down like this like thing. He figures out how it works just as time runs out. So, yeah, colors. It's alright. And then this one, I don't recall what happens here. Like, these two enemies are like in the mist. They're supposed to be for something else. If you know what I mean. I don't know what else happens. I think it's like, the other badniks are like, hey, Sonic's coming. What are you doing? Or whatever. I don't know. It's a mess. Colors, whatever. No, Chronicles is boring. What are you talking about? No. And this one, I don't get what's happening here. Chronicles 2. Goodbye. Volume 7. All the animations in Volume 7 are all by the wax. It doesn't make much of a difference here because I will still put up the credits here, but, you know, just as a little fun fact. First up, it's Eggman doing an advertisement for the amusement park that he creates for Sonic Colors. It's a funny concept, but it goes on for too long, so I'm going to put it in colors just for that alone. Next, we have Sonic and Tails going into a tornado. I think this is an adventure reference. It is funny though because just, again, Tails is going through it. Is it going to go into Heroes? Yeah, no, Heroes. I don't think it's Zero Gravity worthy just yet. Wow, there is not enough in Zero Gravity. That is insane, but that will change soon, hopefully. Sonic forces Tails to go into this tornado. Sonic is enjoying it, but Tails is fighting for his life. Again.
Wait a minute.
Justice for Tails. Oh my god. But it is funny though, because I guess Tails is suffering. Oh. Oh.
That was awesome!
I think I'm gonna die in this house.
Alright, next, it's a sequence of shorts. I think it's a Sonic 3 reference where like the different effects actually affect Sonic poorly. So like there's one with the water bubble, but the bubble lifts him up into the spikes. Then there's one where it's like the lightning one where it electrocutes him, and then the fire force field where like he actually goes on fire. I think this is gonna go in colors. It's okay. Amy is trying to get Sonic in as like a couple into Twinkle Park, I believe, in Sonic Adventure, but she keeps getting denied access. And it makes it funny because then Big and Gamma go in and like they're accepted as a couple, and Amy is like, what the hell? They're cute and we're not. And then she still gets denied access, and she just starts using Sonic as a stress ball. Yeah.
Excuse us. Welcome to Twinkle Park, cute couple.
They're a cute couple? Come on!
I'm gonna put this in fighters. Okay, Sonic X reference. Haven't really watched a lot of it. I've only seen like the first 6 episodes of season 1 and then half of season 3. That's my knowledge of it. This is boring anyways, like colors, whatever. Next, it's Knuckles in Adventure. And he is trying to move the ship, but he breaks the handle. All hell breaks loose as he goes down with the ship. And there will not be a white flag above his daughter. Daughter? Shout out Dido. Colors. Is this Sonic 3? Or not? I think it's Sonic 3 or Sonic 2. Sonic 3. Sonic 3! It's 3. In the special stage, and Sonic hits one of the balls and he moonwalks back. That's it, really. So that's gonna go in colors. Sonic facing Metal Sonic, but this time Metal Sonic's like, I'm gonna tear you down, Faker. And Sonic's like, dude, you're literally a robot. And that causes Metal Sonic to spiral into an existential crisis. But is comforted by Shadow, which is a plus.
I can relate.
Kitty, shut up!
I think this is gonna go into... Should this go into... Where should this go into? Colors or fighters? I think it's gonna go in colors, actually. This one is also colors. It's okay, but like... Again, nothing memorable. Same goes with this one. It's Sonic Heroes, but Cream is struggling to lift both Amy and Big up. Like, Big is literally dragging his face on the ground. This one, I'm putting immediately in colors. I don't know who this character is. They are looking Gorgina. They are serving face, serving can't. Shout out Miranda Conti, you deserve better, girl.
I look like a beauty blender.
And then Eggman and this Team Rocket reject throws up. Sure. This one is kind of funny, actually. I'm gonna put this in fighters. I don't know who this creature is, but like, they're drowning in the lava. I don't know. Next, we have Blaze at the Olympic Games, but because her powers are very like fire related, as she's spinning, she actually breaks a hole in the ice and like falls into the water. Because it is Blaze, and we haven't seen a lot of Blaze so far in this series, she's gonna go in fighters. Next, we have Knuckles Chaotix, but the characters are the actual animals that they are. Yeah, colors. Sonic eating the halo off the Hero Chow like a donut. Colors. Hero Chow is mortified. Does that count as assault? Who knows? Next we have Eggman and Shadow. Eggman has like blown up Earth. He's victorious, but Shadow's like, well, now what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do now that you've blown it up? And Eggman just realized that he didn't think ahead of that issue. Colors. Did that sentence come out right? I don't know if it did. Last short for Volume 7. It's Sonic X. And Mr. Chris Thorndike, he's like, seeing that you're all here, I want to give you guys a fabulous dinner. I looked up what you guys like to eat, but the problem is he goes by what animals like them usually eat in the real world. So like, Knuckles gets like a bunch of ants that start attacking him. Cream gets carrots, which he's fine with, but then Tails gets like a rabbit. So you can understand that Cream gets upset real quick, even though Tails, he's ready to eat that rabbit, the dead one, not Cream.
Wait, you're vegan?
Amy gets like a whole bunch of mealworms, and then Sonic gets like cat food. I'm pretty sure that's like a Sonic X reference. And it's a whole mess. Like, Big comes in, Kool-Aid Man style, grabs the cat food. Rouge comes in with that woman. I don't know who that woman is. What's her name? Scarlett Garcia? No, that's the reporter, isn't it? Again, I've only seen bits and pieces of Sonic X, so like, you know, it's a whole mess. It's funny. I like it. It's gonna go in Heroes. Yes. Hey, so I have a disclaimer before we get into Volume 8. So with the first 7 volumes, Sonic Paradox have the animators' names in the timestamps, which help me to credit the animators properly. With Volume 8, however, they put the title of the animation in the timestamp instead. They do show the animators in the credits, but there's no indication of who animated what. Aside from the animators that were in previous volumes, I tried to guess the others based on their logos. I did the best I could, but unfortunately there are a few discrepancies crediting animators due to this issue. So I want to take this time to credit the animators that I couldn't figure out what they animated. Your input in the series hasn't gone unnoticed, and thank you for being a part of such an important part. Why did I say it twice? Oh god. Thank you for being in such an important part of Sonic history.
Chica chica, Louis, pen and chica. 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 Tieni bomba atomica.
Get out! Volume 8, Sonic with the Sonic Heroes reference, love it. It's the opening cutscene of Team Sonic, but it changes when Tails and Knuckles get off the plane, leaving it to fly on its own. Hey bro, watch and it lands on all three of them at the end of the cutscene. It's good. It's a bit boring though. Yeah, colors. Sonic, I think he's in Chemical Plant Zone.
Launch base zone. Been a long time.
What?
And he grabs like the electric or like the magnetic force field bubble, and then it starts attracting a lot of metal towards him. So he's running for his life as all these like things start coming towards him.
Why am I here?
And people get attacked in the process, like Eggman gets run over by all the metal, Knuckles gets electrocuted as he tries to escape, and it continues on from there towards the end of the volume because he goes up to Amy's house being like, help me.
So you need my help, do you? After all our canceled dates due to storybook adventures,
Whatever that means.
telling Vector what we were doing that night, and after the gay pranks with Tails,
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying that...
you need my help?
Yeah? Are you mental?
But somehow Sonic makes a way to make up to Amy.
Ouch!
But they still get crushed in the end, so it doesn't matter.
Oh. Alright.
So I think this goes in fighters for the storyline itself. The next one is another Sonic underwater bubble reference, but Sonic struggles to get a bubble. He dies before a bubble forms, and then the bubble forms after he dies. That's gonna go into, I think, probably fighters. Yeah. Okay, the next one is Sonic up against Eggman, and I forgot exactly how this one went, but like somehow Eggman's contraption backfires on him.
This was a lot harder than it looks!
He like crashes to the ground, and then one of his contraptions like runs him over.
When you try your best.
It kind of reminds me of, if you don't terminal montage, go follow them if you haven't already. But it's like something about Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. The way it plans out reminds me of like those moments where like Sonic beats the shit out of Eggman. If you know, you know. The hell was that about? So this is gonna go in fighters as well. Next one is Robotnik playing whack-a-mole with Tails and Sonic. I like how it looks a lot like that specific 90s animation. I forgot what it's called. It's like The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Is that it? I think so. I like this one too. I think this is gonna go in fighters or heroes. No, like, I actually do quite like it. I think it's gonna go in heroes actually. Sonic playing a prank on Knuckles by slapping the orange wisp onto Knuckles, causing him to rocket to the sky and plummet back to Earth.
I hate you so much right now.
This one's kind of cute actually. I like it. Fighters. Our next one is Tails grabbing a life box, but Sonic's hiding behind the box. So Tails actually like beheads him. Colors. Is this a CD reference? I think so. So it's Sonic trying to catch up to like this fake Eggman, but he can't catch up, and he gets so pissed off like, how the fuck is he running that fast?
Bitch! How was he can a man that fat mo***ing fast?
I think fighters. Fighters? Yeah, fighters. Next one is one of the badniks, the ones that like throws the fire. After he throws the fire, after Sonic passes, he keeps going, and then it continues afterwards. One of the other badniks catches up with them as he's like still going on, whatever. Colors. Sonic saving one of the badniks and like frees an animal which is a pig, and he's like, hey, you saved me, thank you, Sonic. And then Sonic envisions it as a chili dog. He's like, why are you staring at me like that, Sonic? And he's like, colors. Yeah. This one, I don't know what's it supposed to be a reference of, but it's Sonic crossing this bridge, apparently this bridge zone, but he gets deceived. It's actually a bride zone because it's a whole bunch of Amy's ready to wed Sonic. Cool. colors. Next we have Eggman trying this new thing. Oh, I think he's trying to like recreate a speed boost to make him speed up, but it makes him fly or whatever. He flies around everywhere. I don't know. Anyways, I will put it in colors, but they do include the Wilhelm scream, so I will put it in fighters for that alone. Okay, I think it's Sonic and Tails playing chess at the bottom of like some spikes. Oh no, it's checkers I think. And like because Sonic is Super Sonic, he can't like die, I believe. And so yeah, it's like a tedious waiting game and like Tails dies and Sonic's like, what the fuck? Fighters. I generally don't know if I'm explaining myself a lot with these. I don't know. Anyways, Tails is showing Sonic this new watch that he created and showing how it works and everything, and he's like really happy and very proud of his work. But then he sees Sonic grimacing at the screen and he's like, what are you watching, Sonic? And apparently he got a message sent from Eggman, kind of like, you know, the one where he's crumping to Loverboy. It's like that. So they both start grimacing at the screen, rightfully so.
We even added this one feature that can, What are you?
Uncle Toby's muesli bars with delicious chunky morsels of real fruit and grains. Uncle Toby's muesli bars. They're a seriously good munch.
I do think this is funny. Is it fighters or is it heroes? I think it is heroes, yeah. And then I didn't add it in, but there is a continuation afterwards from the same animator where Sonic's listening to a song and he's kind of imagining all these like sexy ladies in his life, but then it switches to the song that plays when Eggman sent the message, so now he's thinking of Eggman. Baba. Okay, next, Sonic being annoyed that he doesn't have a lot of fur on his chest, like Shadow and Silver. I have more fur than he does. Oh, the perks of being a cub. And he's like to Sega, hey Sega, can you like change that for me? And then they transform him into Werehog and he's like, no, that's what I meant. Bitch.
You got a wolf pelt.
It's what she deserves.
Oh my god.
But it does work as a disguise for Amy because Amy walks up and she's like, hey, is Sonic around? And he's like, no. And he's like, okay, and then walks off. So Sonic's like, oh wait, no, I changed my mind, Sega. This is great, thank you. But then like the sun comes up and then he turns back into regular Sonic. While all this is playing, Shadow and Silver are like traumatized from the Werehog transformation.
Wow, this is so bad. I mean, it is bad. It is bad. It's horrible. It's bad.
I also like the animation in this too. It is cute. So I'm gonna put this in fighters? No, I'm actually gonna put it in heroes actually. No, fighters. Next we have Oma Chow with like a talk show or like a fun fact episode where he's basically saying the obvious and also calling out Tails for eating Amy's cookies. Animation's cute. It's the same one from a previous one. I'll bring it up here. When you try your best. I think it's a cute animation, so I'm gonna put it in fighters. Next one, I don't know what this one is. I could not describe to you what is going on in this short. Like these baddies are panicking about Sonic approaching and then something like breaks his neck. I don't know what happens. And then at the end, this random guy starts pissing on his dead body. I'm lost and I'm confused. This is gonna go in Chronicles. I don't get it. It's no. Okay, this one immediately is going in colors because it's Sonic, Tails, and Eggman getting their respective like life things, but Eggman like dies because, you know, the Eggman life, I'm assuming, loses a life, whatever. Next one is a Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed reference. Sonic's car starts melting in the lava. And it's like, well, how are we supposed to drive in lava? Like, what's the logic in that? Yeah. Shadow constantly getting fucked over by Sonic because Sonic's super form is like yellow and Shadow's is more like silver, I believe. And yeah, he just constantly gets fucked over by Sonic being a smartass about him. I think having either not being like Super Sonic like Sonic in the sense of being yellow and instead of being silver or white. Something like that.
Look at your hair. It's just like mine. That makes you duper.
Oh my god, they're so white.
It is funny. I do think this is gonna go in heroes, I think. Heroes. It's this particular like shot of Shadow. I don't know why. I find it hilarious.
Don't even joke like that.
Okay, this one, it's an immediate colors. I don't really need to explain it. It's, well, I'm gonna explain it. Sonic Lost World. Sonic is trying to save some friends from like the bad guys, but he like zooms off. Colors immediately. Okay, next one is Tails trying to make out with the potted remains of Cosmo from Sonic X. Yeah, fighters. It does include Cosmo, probably the one and only time that Cosmo gets mentioned in this entire series. Alright, next is the whole like monologue of who's the faker here and I'll make you eat those words. But then Sonic actually makes Shadow eat his words.
Don't you want to hear the rest of my insult?
Go crazy! Ah! Go stupid! Ah!
Hilarious. I'll put it in Heroes. No, I'm gonna put it in Zero Gravity. And I don't know if it's like the animation. I don't know if this is the animation that I mentioned before. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think it is. This short particular reminds me of Ren and Stimpy, and I wonder if Ren and Stimpy is an inspiration to this animator. I've never watched that show. I was not of that time.
I think I showed that faker his place.
We still got 5 rows to go. Oh my god. This is insane. This is insane. Alright, next short. It's Sonic's dead. Oh well. And Amy and Knuckles are there. Like, Amy is like bawling her eyes out. And Knuckles starts laughing because he finds the irony in the fact that Sonic actually died being crushed by a life box. So Knuckles is being very insensitive and very wrong time, wrong place with the irony, and he's laughing his head off and he's running around telling everyone, oh my god, Sonic is dead. A life box just fell on him. Isn't that hilarious? And everyone's like, no, he's dead.
Sonic just got killed!
What?
That's hilarious! I gotta go tell someone that.
What? You jerk!
You're a mean-spirited, self-absorbed, disturbed little weirdo.
And it also references one of the shorts from one of the first volumes as well. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in Fighters. Okay, next one is Knuckles doing like a journey with the Master Emerald, walking through fire, ice, snow, everything to try and get it to wherever it needs to be, and he is struggling. By the end, he's like in a bunch of snow. He's worn out. Eggman's just standing there and just takes the emerald away from him. Poor Knuckles, like all that for nothing. And to add salt to the wounds, Eggman just comes back and just kicks him in the head. Jesus Christ. Colors. Last one, oh no, second last one in volume 8, we have Eggman trying to find Froggy for some reason, and then Big's there with Froggy. Eggman's like, oh, okay, well, sure. That's it. Chronicles. Boring. I don't care. And then the last one is, I wonder if this was like an initial standoff where it's like Sonic and Co up against all of the animators that have put them through hell and torment throughout the last 8 volumes. I think this is kind of cool. I'll put it in Fighters because it's quite decent. That's it from the original lineup. It ends off with the Sonic crew beating the shit out of the animators. I don't know, that's kind of a nice full circle moment for that time. But now we're getting into the more recent volumes, which is quite exciting because, again, there's so much more variety in the animations. The comedy is so updated. There are so many new things that have happened in the 11 years since then, and so much more lore has happened in the franchise that there is so much more to explore, and I think we're going to see a lot more shorts from here in the upper echelons.
Brumbies what?
Brumbies run!
Oh, Brumbies run!
And we're back. Yes, it has been probably a week since I filmed the initial part of this video. The battery died as per usual, but I got a lot of footage within one go. I actually filmed up to the end of volume 9, but I've decided to redo volume 9 again because it was getting late at night and I was getting really tired. So may as well start off the new era of Sonic Shorts with a new day. Volume 9, the very first of the new era of Sonic Shorts. So first up we have what I assume is supposed to be a Sonic CD reference. I don't know, but it's Sonic jumping in from the past to the present or something like that. I think that's how it kind of works in the game. I don't know, but he lands on a butterfly and he's like, oh, hopefully this butterfly doesn't have any repercussions for the future. Come to find out that it does, and Eggman is the new overlord. And it's an ongoing short throughout the entire volume where Sonic goes back in time to stop the events from happening.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
But the more he keeps doing it, the more weirder the results get. Like there is one point where Omichal is the overlord of the world. I think there's another one where Tails is replaced by another character who I don't know of, but probably is canon somewhere, I guess.
Tails?
Roaches!
Until the timelines just keep like piling up and there's just so many new Sonics in the timeline. It's crazy. It's hectic. It's fun. It's a fun concept. I'll put it in Fighters. I do think it's funny. Just, I kind of get the joke after the first couple of parts. You know what I mean? At least for me. I don't know, am I just a tough critic when it comes to humor? No, I think it's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
So when...
Sure.
Next up we have, to me, honestly, this is such a fantastic short. It's the moon landing. As whoever, I don't know if it's supposed to be Neil Armstrong or Buzz Aldrin, one of the two, but one small step for man, yada yada yada. As that happens, you see from the distance the Death Egg getting ready to fire the laser at the moon. Come through Sonic Adventure 2 reference. He's ready to piss on the moon. One small step for man, a giant leap for piss. That was low-key kind of Luxaria code, I'm not gonna lie.
That's one small step for man.
Please
one
help me.
This is going in zero gravity. I love it. I love it. I love the animation too. And I just love how the punchline just comes in like the last couple of seconds, but you don't know what you're seeing at first. And I personally love the animation of this short as well. Hello? Do not tell me. No, we're good. It's all good. Next up, we have a Sonic Heroes reference. Love to see it. I feel like we don't have a lot of Sonic Heroes references. I could be lying though. I don't think so. And it's also the return of the Wax, one of the only animators that I can recall from the OG era. And it's Team Rose, shout out to Team Rose, at Bullet Station. They approach the cannons, you know the cannons we have to go into and then you just like shoot through. They go into them, but as they're flying through the air, each member gets hit with a random object and don't make it all the way. Big gets hit with a beam, ouch. Amy gets hit with the balloons with like the items in it, and then I think Cream gets hit by like a bird and they all fall down while Neo Metal Sonic is chilling with Chocolate and Froggy. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I think for that alone, I'm gonna put this in Fighters because I think, again, it's funny. Not like crazy funny, but like I do like it. And also, again, it's a Sonic Heroes reference. That adds a few points to me. Okay, next is Sonic grinding on the rails with soaps for shoes, because I haven't played Sonic Adventure 2 yet. Don't judge me, because I know the soap shoes are a thing. Is that through SA2? I don't know. But if it is that game, then, you know, he's grinding it on actual soap. That's the whole thing. So I'm gonna put it in colors. I get the reference, but like, it's okay. This is one of the first times we have a Sonic Rush reference. Oh my god, guys. Tails is trying to find Sonic and finds Sonic tangled on a bunch of vines. I forgot what the level is called. It's the first level that you play. And Sonic has been stuck there for days, I think, but he's also stuck doing like all the different poses that you do when you're in the air. So it's kind of been in this like torture of like suspension and poses. That sounds weird, doesn't it? And then Blaze comes in, Villanova in the background, as she should. Best song on the soundtrack, and uses her fire powers to get him down, burning him in the process.
I don't know, you better stop!
What I also find funny is just that bit in the middle before Blaze arrives where Tails is like the two different animations of Tails along with the voice acting at the same time.
I'll do my best.
It really made me chuckle. So I'm gonna put it in, I think it's gonna go in Heroes. In Heroes. I don't think it's zero gravity just yet. Maybe in the future it could be, but Sonic Rush, love to see it. And see, also, in the 11-year gap between Volume 8 and Volume 9, a lot has happened in not just the Sonic the Hedgehog zeitgeist, but pop culture as a whole, because the next short references the movies. It's Sonic facing Eggman, Jim Carrey Eggman. Insane how we got an animation of that. I don't know what movie it's supposed to reference because I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies yet. I might try and do it for the channel at some point. Sonic defeats one of Eggman's robots, but in the process accidentally kills his friends, which does Eggman's job for him in a sense, and Sonic freaks out, which, yeah, it's a bad thing.
I guess I couldn't have done it better than myself.
I know that now, you bald-ass bitch!
I did have something kind of spoiled for me through stuff from my own doing, from watching. That seems to me that, you know, this animator didn't expect this to be foreshadowing. Because this volume came out June last year. Sonic 3 came out at the end of last year as well, so maybe the animator's a prophet.
I am so powerful. My mind, it amazes me sometimes.
Regardless, I'm going to put this short in, I think, the Fighters. Again, love it. It's crazy how we've got a Sonic movie short in this whole thing now. Surreal, but I love it. Next short, it's Shadow growing the doom wings that he gets in Shadow Generations. But this was before it came out, so this was when everyone was getting really hyped about Shadow gaining those wings in the trailer. And Sonic freaking out about, since when does Shadow grow wings? Yeah, aside from that, it's alright. I'm gonna put it in colors. Love the animation though, I think it's great animation. Next short is Sonic and Tails. I don't know what game this is supposed to be from, but Sonic and Tails are at a pinball level or a casino level. Maybe it's Sonic 2 considering it's the both of them, I don't know, or it's Sonic 3. They have to play a game. I think you have to get a certain amount of rings in order to go through, and Sonic gets turned into a pinball and Tails plays the game.
Tails? Have you played pinball before?
I do not want to comment. Why?
Mission failed.
And afterwards he gets out, a bit worse for wear and with very little rings to boot, which makes him upset because he's like, Tails, what the fuck are you doing? And Tails is like, I don't understand, I thought I did great. So then Sonic, in pure anger, throws Tails in there as the ball, and Sonic tries it out and gets a fuck ton of rings in the process, even though Tails is more worse for wear than Sonic was. So is it really that bad? I mean, look, maybe if Tails was more of a pro at pinball, then he wouldn't have gotten himself in this situation.
Should she suffer? All right, clap if you think she should suffer.
I love the animation as well. It kind of almost looks, for 2D animation, it's got a lot of depth to it. I don't know if it's like the shading on the outlines that is the reason why. I don't know if I'm talking on my ass again, but I do like it. I'm gonna put this short in Fighters as well. Yes. Next we've got biblically accurate Omochao, which is something that I didn't think we would see, but you know what? It's confirmed. This is canon now. Sonic and Shadow, I'm assuming it's SA2. I think they're in one of the final-ish levels where they're up against each other, and Omochao's in the middle of both of them. I forgot exactly what happened, but long story short is Sonic and Shadow realize that Omochao has been speaking to the other hedgehog, and they're like, wait, why are you doing this? And then Omochao's like, oh, I'm just stalling.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Come to find out, there are like several other Omochao that form into a biblically accurate Omochao to take over.
Press A to repent!
Wow, this volume really is just showing how evil Omochao really is. And you know what? Maybe it's time to realize the truth. That Omochao is more sinister than we realize. I think I'm gonna put... Okay, what's going on here? I'm gonna put this short, again, I think in Fighters. I love the concept. Aside from the reveal though, it's fine. You know how I was saying earlier if I'm a tough critic when it comes to these shorts? This confirms to me that I'm not, because we've got this next short and it's Shadow, it's this whole thing. Shadow's trying to find his password for gun, and then Black Doom randomly appears. I don't think it's his first appearance in the entire Sonic short series. So, hello Black Doom, you know, to paraphrase Juno Birch, Black Doom has arrived.
Sorry for the inconvenience, Diva.
Huh?
And he's like, hey, what are you doing, Shadow? Shadow's like, I'm trying to find my password for gun. And Black Doom's like, I can help you if you do this one thing for me. I want you to kill Sonic, Shadow.
Huh?
I want you.
And so then it cuts to Shadow approaching Sonic at a house. I don't know if it's Sonic's house.
Hey Shadow, you like my shorts? I'm Sonic, I'm wearing shorts. Sonic shorts.
And Shadow gives him the biggest death stare, and then you just cuts to the outside and you just hear. And then Black Doom's like, well done, here's the password. And this is like something so simple. I forgot what it was. It was I like password or like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that.
1, 2, 3.
It's so stupid. I love it. Like, even the animation itself, it fits well with this kind of humor. I personally do love it. I am gonna put this in... I'm putting in Zero Gravity. Yes, I am. This is peak humor. I don't care what anyone else says. This is peak humor to me. I don't know. For some reason, Sonic's voice in this short kind of sounds like how Aaron Hansen voices Sonic for some reason. I don't know if that's just me.
I'm Sonic. Gotta go fast. I'm so fast.
That's just my observation. Oh god, I feel like the Zero Gravity Tia looks so jank. It's just got so far the most random collection of these shorts. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I guess we'll have to wait until this is all done, because the fact that's the only Tia that has not got 2 rows so far is insane. Okay, next we've got Sonic in Sonic colors, attacking some bad guys, and then he grabs the Ghost Wisp. And instead of its usual powers, Sonic just straight up carks it and then becomes a ghost. Haha, it's funny. Nothing to like laugh out loud. So again, fighters. And also, again, good animation. Next one, I'm going to immediately put in colors. I don't know what this is supposed to reference or not
reference. Put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
But it's chaos, or a chaos, being harassed by this big mass constantly. I want to say this might be from Frontiers, which haven't played. The chaos creature is just getting stalked by this mass, and it gets to the point where he's like moving out of town, but it keeps following him, and the only thing to like get rid of it is to, you know,
execute yourself.
Yeah, that's it. I forgot to mention, there's a continuation of this short. Not much happens. The moon has a fight with Infinite to see who is, well, Infinite. They recreate part of the fake monologue from SA2. Infinite replicates the moon. The moon attacks Infinite's moon. Infinite gives up and walks away. The moon tries to talk a big game, but then gets blown up by Sage using the death egg. Not gonna lie, very confusing stuff. Now, again, I don't think I know the reference, but in saying that, I feel like I heard somewhere that this is probably in relation to Sonic Prime. Again, something that happened post the OG lineup. So it's Knuckles. It's kind of like he's doing like a kid's show as Knuckles the Dread, and he's like, "Hey, Big, why are you so sad?" And Big's like, "If I tell you, you promise you're not gonna get mad?" And he's like, "I promise, I swear on oath."
And if I break the vow, then may the Kraken itself take me down under.
Captain Stupid!
And Big's like, "Okay, you know that crystal that you love so much? It accidentally flew into the ocean after I accidentally slipped on Froggy." And then Knuckles gets mad, so he has to go on his word.
Tune in next time as we have catfish a la mode and Kraken burgers.
Because I haven't watched Sonic Prime, I don't really know much about it. I do love this short as well. I'll put it in Heroes. I just like the short. It's good. This one... oh my god. Oh, the Chaotic Agency is willing to do anything, don't they? Well, some do. Anyways, it's basically Vector being like to espio, "Hey, we need to do anything we can to get money." Then he gets a phone call, speaks to someone, obviously for a job, and then he picks up this box. A box of some very interesting objects in them, and Espio is stressed, and Vector's like, "Come on, buddy.
Come on, Espio. The client wants you to watch it this time."
Please, someone help me.
I don't know what the implications are. I don't know who's going to do what with the client, but it's a very interesting picture to think of. It is funny. It's crazy. I think the adult humor is funny in this one. I'm going to put it in Heroes. Again, great animation. I feel like I haven't been talking a lot about the voice acting. I feel like a lot of the voice acting, especially in like this era, is more often than not really great too. I guess because there is just so much that's changed in that time, and this is more of like a thing that people watch, and there's a lot more like expertise. Not expertise, but effort. Well, no, not just more effort. I guess it's become more of a thing that people can do. I don't know if that sounds right, but we'll just move on. Next is, I think this is also Frontiers. It's Sonic going up against a boss. I don't know if it's the final boss or not because he's in supersonic form. Tails, Amy, and Knuckles are rooting for him in the sidelines, but they're realizing that he's not advancing towards the boss, but more so he's just kind of like shaking in place, and then like, what the fuck's going on? What? What the fuck's going on? And come to find out that Sonic is just trying to apply colored contacts into his eyes, which is kind of funny. I do get it, but at the same time, I'm like, to what extent am I getting it? I don't know. Should I put it in Fighters? Yeah, I think I will because it's not bad, but I don't know. I think I gotta be confused. I don't want to try and overanalyze these shorts. These are shorts just meant for fun, and that's it. I love this next one as well. It's Sonic fighting Metal Sonic, and then Sonic's like, you know what? This way of fighting, it's not gonna prove who's the better hedgehog. So then Metal Sonic's like, well, what do you want to do about it? And Sonic's like, oh, I've got a good idea. And it cuts to them on a plane, and so he's like, whoever can, or what did he say?
Whoever jumps out of this helicopter without a parachute and leaves unharmed will be deemed the real Sonic.
2 words come to mind: life insurance.
Before they get a chance to jump, something like hits them and they start flying out. Extra points for using the Dreamcast ad where they throw the Sonic plushie out of the plane. Oh, that's great. In the end, Sonic gets Tails to carry him off. So then Metal Sonic calls Eggman being like, hey, Dad, why don't I have a friend to help me glide or whatever? And Eggman's like, bitch, you can fly.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for telling me.
I'm gonna be in Naughty Land Mod 2.
I love the voice acting in this as well because Sonic, in my opinion, doesn't sound like Sonic, but it works well for the short. And then Metal Sonic just being extra like robotic and almost like unintelligible makes it even funnier.
Since I know everything you're going to do. No, you're literally not, because how can you be Sonic if I'm Sonic?
I don't know. This feels like a very well-rounded short. So I think I'm going to actually put it in zero gravity. When I first watched it, I just couldn't stop grinning because of like the humor. I don't know, it speaks to me. Next we've got Sonic running as he does usually, and he's collecting rings, but then the final ring he gets is really solid and gets stuck in his head and chokes him out and makes him lose a life.
You can choke.
I think this one is not bad either. I think I'm going to put it in fighters. Yeah. Actually, the next short kind of goes around full circle because it's Sonic trying to get a life. Okay, freestylers. But he's struggling to grab it. So he gets the help of a couple of flickies to grab the life and like kind of like throws them to grab it. But unfortunately for Sonic, the flickies fly away with the life, which makes Sonic angry. I'm gonna put it in colors because while I like the animation, it's not for me, I think personally. Next up we have another Frontiers reference, I believe, because I don't know what it is about Frontiers specifically where the side characters are all like holograms. I don't know what the situation is with that. I'm sure I will know if I play Frontiers. And it's Sonic and Knuckles up against a boss, and Knuckles steps in front of Sonic to try and protect him. But because he's a hologram, the laser shoots through Knuckles and hits Sonic anyways. I mean, it's a thought that counts, really.
Why did you think that would work?
Why didn't you get out of the way?
Oh my god!
So for that, I'm gonna put it in fighters. Yeah. Oh, also, I don't know if anybody else caught it. Most likely, I reckon. Sonic and Knuckles have this moment where one of the blushes, and I'm like, is there a thing going on with those two in that short? I don't know. I don't know if that's a popular ship. Do people... honestly, I shouldn't ask that because I know the answer for that.
Why do I bother?
Alright, next is... This is a cute short. And speaking of fighters, has a lot of fighters characters in there as well because it's a club and people are going to the club, and Bark, the polar bear, crazy, his first time as well, is like the bouncer of the club.
I'm also getting my stripes as a door bitch. It's going really well.
And he gets approached by Bean, the Dynamite. Why is it called the Dynamite? Isn't he a duck?
One.
He's a mystery, isn't he? Which kind of goes in tow with the short because Bean comes up in disguise, probably to try and fool Bark into letting him in.
Don't judge for you.
Not
Don't judge me.
I'm not gagging.
And he throws him to the other side of the street, right into Milkshake Land. I love the animation again. I love how we're seeing Bean and Bark. Should it go full circle and go into fighters for that reason? Or should it go into heroes? No, actually, I will leave it in fighters for now because it's good, but I don't think it's like higher up for me, humor-wise. Next one is, I guess, a bunch of Eggman's robots trying to defeat Sonic and they're firing a missile at him, but unfortunately the robot accidentally had it facing backwards, so it instead starts flying towards a building.
For today's forecast, expect 100% chance of explosions!
I'm gonna put it into colors because again, it's not the best in my opinion. It could be a lot worse. Another surreal moment is seeing a short about the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, which I want to play that as well because that looks fun. I've seen people play it before and I want to play it for myself. It looks fun. So it's at the point where Tails, Amy, and the main character, who I'm just gonna call them by their generic name, which is Barry, the Quokka, approach Shadow about a key of some kind. I forgot the short. Long story short is the three of them are trying to deduce something in regards to the key, or like why. Oh no, yeah, that's right. No, that's right.
Why were you searching for Espio, huh?
If you must know, I needed to give him a key.
Because they're trying to figure out why Shadow's got the key, whatever. He's like, I've got keys because I'm a locksmith.
You're a locksmith. Why would a locksmith be giving away his keys?
Because that's my goddamn job, Amy.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
They don't seem to get it. So it gets to the point where Shadow gets really frustrated and he's like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm leaving. You guys are doing too much. I'm a locksmith. I've got the keys. That's the reason why I'm done with this. Let me off this train.
I'm so sick of it. Shove it up your ass, Margaret. I'm out of here. That's it. I'm gone. Why don't you stick those up your fat ass? Fuck off, everyone. I'm gone.
Should it be in fighters or heroes? I want to say probably no. Maybe fighters, I think. I think fighters is good for now. Oh, God, I think some of you are going to have to help me out with this one. It's Sonic and, like, the characters from, like... I don't know. They approach Scourge, and then he's like, I've got someone else that you have to go up against, and it's... It's a new character, Surge, again, who's new-ish, I believe. I don't know much about her. I want to say that there was a very complex history in terms of her being canon. I don't know, but long story short is Sonic and the gang are like, oh my god, there's two of them, and they all just go crazy.
More of them.
I feel like I did not describe that, but also, I don't know how else I'm supposed to explain this one. This is going to go into fighters as well.
Are you really that obnoxious to them?
Alright, now this one involves you. Sweet child, sweet boy. Sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. It's the moment in Sonic 06 when Blaze sacrifices herself for the greater good of the world.
Hey, stop, please, it's happening! I'm literally about to fucking kill myself and I'm not kidding! You better fucking fix this!
And as Silver is watching Blaze fade and ascend into the atmosphere, she constantly gets hit by a random object that somehow is like where she's supposed to like ascend, and that just happens repeatedly until it gets to the point where she's fed up and she just like kind of crashes through them, and it's all these objects that are like directly above her direction of like ascension, while Silver's just like watching her go up.
Hello, Dubai. I am so honored to be projecting on the Burj Khalifa.
It also, I think, continues at the end of the volume where she's like in space. The cycle's still going until she gets fed up and she like moves out of the way. I don't know if she's in a car or something from memory, and she just goes up to where she needs to be and she's like so beat up. Oh, Blaze. Bring Blaze back into a mainstream Sonic game. 2020 soon, Sega. I really enjoy this short. I want to put it in Zero Gravity. I don't know if I want to though. I'm going to put it in Heroes for now. I don't know, there's something about it that I really like. I think it's just a moment so emotional, keeps getting abruptly ruined, and then Blaze just gets fed up and just persists anyways. Next one, I believe, is SA2. And this random guy got this brand new car, but it's also during the events of the scene in Cityscape where Sonic is being chased by that massive truck, and through all of that, the car is fine, and the guy's relieved, and then the car explodes. Simple as that. I'm gonna put it in Fighters, because it is funny. It is funny. Should I put it in Heroes actually? No, I think it's good in Fighters for now. So, Knuckles approaches Rouge on Angel Island being like, the Master Emerald's missing, and you're here, so I'm assuming that you've taken it. So where is it? Rouge is like, I haven't stolen it. Yes, I'm here, but just because I'm here doesn't mean that I know of its whereabouts. Meanwhile, the Master Emerald is stuffed right into her mouth.
Listen, I don't know where it is, but it's definitely not with me.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And you can tell, but Knuckles, the sweet yet dense echidna that he is, doesn't realize that it's in her mouth. Also, the weird addition of Knuckles having those thick eyebrows to be hilarious. I'm going to put it in Heroes. This short is too good. And I love the animation style as well. Oh my god. This is one of the things that I don't know if people would have done in the OG period. Doing pop culture references like this one, I don't know if this would have been done, but having that cross-section between Sonic the Hedgehog and To Catch a Predator is in-fucking-sane. But we've got it right here. It's Chris Hansen approaching Big, of all characters, at a sting operation at a house, because Big was going to be meeting up with Cream, who we all know is 6 years old.
I only came here to buy a cupcake.
What? Who said that?
Oh, this whole thing is insane, but it's just the way that it's done. And again, the animation style too, I love it as well. And it's just Chris reprimanding Big for trying to catch up with Cream. And the fact that Cream is also like a decoy, and she's got like a fucking voice too.
Sup?
I feel like this is also like quite relevant in terms of like predators, things like this being such more widespread nowadays. I think this is really funny, bring it back with Chris Hansen, and just putting Big in the middle too. For the concept alone, I'm putting it in zero gravity. It is a bit morbid because they're doing with Big of all characters, but that's just what makes it very hilarious. Big, the gentle giant that he is, doing something as sinister as that. Oh.
Wanna go fishing? I'll let you use my big rod.
Ew! And then like Big escapes after Chris keeps chastising him and flies away on his umbrella.
Curse you, Big the cat!
Oh, poor Big. But also Big, you want to clear your name before you get cancelled? So since I've filmed this video, I have followed Freggy, who is the animator of the short, and I found that this short ties into a series they've created on their channel called The Sonic and Knuckles Show, which runs as a typical sitcom with Sonic and Knuckles living as roommates with opposing personalities. I highly recommend checking it out. It is really funny.
I leave you with our son Lucas.
All the main and side characters have very unhinged characteristics, including Big, and yeah, he is definitely not beating the allegations. He is going to jail. Prison, honey.
Oh, prison again.
I don't know how I can describe this one because it's so random, but it's the randomness that makes it funny to me. I think it's Seven Rings because it's got that genie in it. I forgot her name, like Sahara. We'll call it Sahara. I'm not going to call it Sahara. I don't think it's Sahara. Sonic is facing up against a boss and he's doing well, and then the genie comes up trying to like talk to Sonic, and Sonic's like, shut the fuck up. And then the boss is like, wow, you're being quite rude.
You are very, very rude.
And Sonic's like, well, look at you. You look a fucking toaster. I think he calls it a toaster.
Shut the f up, you oversized toaster.
Oh, but you want to really fight.
And just starts roasting the fuck out of the boss.
At least I'm not a blue prick with a god complex. At least I have f***ing legs.
I am, however, gonna
And also, I love that they added in that sound of like that guy screaming. I don't know how to describe it, but if you hear it, then you know which one I'm talking about. I love that sound so much. So I'm gonna put it in, I think I'm gonna put it in Heroes. It makes me giggle, makes me chuckle. Alright, next one. I feel like this is Chemical Plant Zone, so I'm assuming it's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic is trying to avoid landing in the chemical liquid, obviously, and he's bouncing along these solid platforms, but Eggman, like, he has a syringe of something to make the chemical a liquid instead of a solid, so that Sonic, as he's falling, because I think he's falling at that point, he lands in the liquid and game over. I'm gonna put it in Fighters. I think personally, just for the animation style alone, I quite like. Ooh, this one's a doozy. It's Knuckles going to a family reunion.
Thanks for putting together this little welcome home party, Tikal.
And there's a whole bunch of echidnas there. I think it's been a long time since he seen all of them.
I don't even know who any of these people are.
He doesn't recall a lot of stuff that's happened. Come to find out that things are definitely a lot more problematic than he realized, because he finds out that he's got, I don't know if it's like a girlfriend or like a partner. This partner is actually a cousin, and Knuckles is like rightfully shocked, confused, and grossed out.
I'm sorry, but I'm not into your weird kinky fantasies.
I don't know nothing about that lifestyle, whatever y'all got going on, because that's not me.
Then Tikal's like, well, what was her name? Mary Sue or something like, no, Lara Sue.
I hope you don't act this way to Laura.
Laura?
Yes!
And he's like, who's that? And he's like, your daughter.
Almighty Benders! Take me now!
He's got a daughter that is a product of incest. Oh my god. And he doesn't recall any of it.
Who is the father and what is his name?
And then his father, of all people, reprimands him for his reaction, even though, like, he's no better.
I made you, you judgmental little freak of nature!
It's a bit rich coming from you, but...
I was there when you were young. I left.
The whole reunion is a shit show. It's a clusterfuck, and Knuckles is just so out of it because of the revelations that he's discovered within a minute of stepping into that house.
I've also been dead for 3,000 years. Sorry, but...
No.
I'm gonna put this in Heroes because it is quite funny, and I think it's also something that I guess hasn't been touched on a lot. Knuckles' history and family tree, I guess, because as we know, according to canon, he's like the last known echidna to exist. All the other echidnas got wiped out by, who was it again? Let me put my sonic knowledge to the test. Wasn't it Chaos? Was it Tikal? No, I feel like Tikal was the one that made everything, I don't know. I think it's Chaos. The next one, I don't recall this one that much, but it's Sonic with like 2 other people. I think it was Tails and someone else. They're on Tails' plane, but for some reason they crashed on a cliff, so they eject and Sonic flies off with them, but unfortunately he actually is flying with 1 arm each of the other person. Yeah, going in colours because like it's alright. Alright, next we've got Sonic being approached by Eggman at his front door, drunk. And I feel like Eggman wants to like try and rile Sonic up so that he can like relive battling it out, whatever. And Sonic's like, no, I'm calling the police on you. He's egging his house too, and he's just like babbling on about random shit, and then he just gets emotional in the end.
I saw you going pee-pee mode in there.
Say that again?
And saw your tiny dangling balls.
I'm gonna put it in fighters. Yep. Next one, it's either it's Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2, I don't know. But Sonic is going down the rails. He's asking Tails to speed up, and Tails is in his machine, and he's taking a long time. But once he puts 1 foot onto the pavement, it's such an impact that it just makes the whole staircase just like lift up with Sonic on it. And Sonic is sent flying into space, speed of sound, speed of light, skin ripped off, while Eggman is chilling with Shadow and Rouge on the space colony, or the death egg, something like that, yeah. Gonna put it in fighters. You know what, this one, I'm just gonna put straight away in colors. I think this is Frontiers, Sonic up against one of the bosses, but Sonic realizes that the only thing that this boss does is just create grind rails, and then Sonic's like, is that all? Is that all you can do? And the boss is like literally trying to convince him to fight him, even though all he produces is like rails. Yeah, that's it.
Tell you what, if you can get on top of this grind rail right here, I can at least shoot you with my laser ring. See? How about it?
Oh, you're serious.
Alright, next one, Sonic Heroes reference again. It's the final moments before they go up against Neo, Metal Sonic, and Sonic's trying to get everyone hyped, getting ready to fight, being like, okay everyone, we've got this, we're going to work together as a team, and we're going to take this fucker down.
Unite!
We've got all the Chaos Emeralds now, so we are ready to fight. As it turns out, they don't have the Chaos Emeralds because Sonic assumed that everyone else was going to work together to find the Chaos Emeralds as well, and everyone else is like, no, that's your job. You should be the one to do it if you're going to be the one that's going to use them. So they're all just standing there.
Like she's in the middle of World War 80.
With no Chaos Emeralds, and basically that's it. There's nothing else they can do except get eviscerated by Metal Sonic.
Are we just doing this now? We all standing around. Bunch of assholes standing in a line.
Oh, fuck. She got us there, guys. Well...
This was also a moment for me looking at the animation style for this short. When I first watched it, it reminded me how far this franchise has come in terms of different animation styles. I feel like there is such a varied amount of different kinds of animation in this new era. There's more variety. It just makes this whole franchise more enticing. And we're seeing these characters in different perspectives animation-wise. And this was the short that made me realize this looking into this new era. With all that being said, I actually want to put this in Heroes. I was going to say I was going to focus on the concept and not anything else, but I really fuck with this animation style. Next we've got Sonic and Co. The Co actually calling on an intervention for Sonic because he's using the Chaos Emeralds too much for things that he doesn't really need them for, even though Sonic denies it. And Knuckles is like, you need to stop because you're using the powers for unnecessary things, and just keeps poking him in the face like, bah.
You can back up a little bit.
And then Sonic claps back with,
say, Knuckles, how do you make your protein shakes if there's no electricity in Angel Island?
Oh, Lord. Same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
It's a cute short. I like it. I'm going to put it in Fighters. I do like the moment where Knuckles keeps poking Sonic's face.
Powers for such basic tasks. That...
Don't touch me like that.
Next, we've got a Sonic and the 7 Rings. And the Secret Ring, sorry. I'm getting confused with 7 Rings in Hand. Don't mind me. It's the bad guy. I don't know his name. Don't really care. I think it's the moment where he gets sucked into the genie lamp a la Jafar. I don't know what he says, but he says something about like a rat. I don't know if he's talking about Sonic being a rat or whatever. When he goes into the lamp, there's like a rat poking out from behind, holding the lamp.
I cannot be denied by that filthy rat!
Hey, want to hear a story?
It's a simple joke, but I like it. I'm gonna put it in fighters. The next short is a list of animals that would not make great Sonic characters. And there's like about 10 overall, and it's kind of funny seeing them interact with everyone else and like how they wouldn't be very effective. I'm trying to figure out which ones that they talked about. There was the snail. That one was a key part because it calls back to the short where Silver was trying to get around the Green Hill loop and he's still there and the snail's overtaken him. That's... I'm not gonna lie, that's some weak shit, Silver. There was the tick, which was so gross because it's just sucking on Knuckles. Oh, it just looks so weird. There was the lice. There was a sea cucumber. What else was there? There was the blobfish and the tapeworm. That was...
Don't worry, I'll save the day. What the...
Ugh, he's taking it. I'm gonna put it in fighters because it is a funny concept. I do like it. Here we go. Oh, this one's so stupid, but it's funny at the same time. It's Sonic approaching Cream's house and being like, "Hey, Cream, can I?"
Oh, Cream, is your mother home?
Are you gonna come in and objectify my mommy?
Oh my god.
And Sonic's like, no, I promise you, I'm not here to do that. Even if I did, I would do it with consent. And they made it very clear that Sonic was like of age as well. Oh my god, and Vanilla. Oh, shout out to Vanilla. Mom of the year. Your fans call you mother, but bitch, my fans call me mama.
Yes, queen. Love her.
And Vanilla's out. The girls are girling with a sign saying, I consent. And Cream's like, okay, if you're sure. And then before she can do anything else, Sonic goes for it and just runs off. And Cream's like, oh god, fucking damn it.
But as long as you don't...
Bye.
This is the 50th man in a row coming.
With permission.
And then Tails appears out of nowhere. Again, so random. He's like, hey, it's like, hey, I've gone through with my parents. And Cream's like, what's going on? And Tails is like, my parents are dead. My parents are dead. 2 dads. Ooh, how progressive.
I have issues with my mommy too. Oh, really? What? She's fucking dead? Oh, yeah. My dad has a gold tooth. Look. My dad has diabetes.
And this is my introduction to Dubus Goobus as well. I've since followed him as well on YouTube, but not through this short. I think I got recommended another animation of his, and I've watched a couple more since then, and I've subscribed because, like, I love his humor. I think one of my favorites is the one where Bowser Jr. is trying to get Bowser to buy him this defunct Nokia. Daddy want Nokia, engage.
You know the year it went defunct. Why do you want it?
What was the other one? Oh yeah, the other one was like Charmy gets stuck on Knuckles' head. Hey, Sonic, my neighbor. Anyways, this is gonna go in Heroes. I swear I could do that better, hang on.
Hey, Sonic, my neighbor!
Hey, Sonic, my neighbor! Oh yeah, that'll do. Oh no. Anyways, so next one, again, Frontiers. Love the animation style as well. The shot that I've got for this animation, Sonic looks so clean cut. Clean cut? What does that mean? Anyways, and he's going like against this boss, and there's like this, I don't know if it's like a bag, I don't know, again, Frontiers. I know jack shit about Frontiers. Sonic tries to attack the boss, but he gets his shit rocked.
Parry!
I'm parrying!
Oh!
And gets thrown out of supersonic form. I think this is gonna go in fighters. Yeah, fighters. Okay, next we've got Sonic 06 again, and it's the scene at the end of the game where Sonic and Elise, I don't know, again, I haven't ever played it, but I'm assuming they say goodbye before they blow the candle out, because after they blow the candle out, they just kind of like forget everything that happened essentially. But before that though, Elise confesses to Sonic that she finds him very hot, which freaks Sonic out.
You would never die, and I would never have kissed you to bring you back to life.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'll be honest. It was kind of hot.
And Elise basically just comes out to Sonic as a furry, and Sonic is so horrified.
To tell you the truth, I think I might be a furry.
And then as she's saying that she loves him, he blows the candle out. And then it just cuts to like a year or two later, and Elise on the couch eating and sees Sonic on the news.
And I was like, huh. When did you get hot all of a sudden?
I love this short. There was something about the voice acting in this short as well that was like really funny in a good way. I'm gonna put this short in Heroes. Yep, the last short for Volume 9. God, Volume 9 was a massive one. It was like a double-decker edition because of the duration. It was insane. Amy getting married to Sonic. Sonic is tied up and mouth covered, of course. Amy in full bridal getup, and Omega is officiating the wedding. Before he gets a chance to, I think during like the, if anybody has anything to say, they keep getting interrupted by one thing or another. Eggman was one of them, and then it was like one of the Frontiers bosses. And then Boozman's Vector comes up as well, breaking the fourth wall and just like kind of breaking through different animation styles as well.
If anyone can show just cause why this couple cannot lawfully be...
Aha! But it comes to a screeching halt when Cream storms into the church and gets really pissed at Amy because she didn't make her flower girl.
Uh-oh.
And then Omega hits us with probably one of the best lines that I've heard in any of these shorts.
May God have mercy on your soul.
And then Cream gets to attacking Amy while Sonic manages to escape.
Where's Sonic?
There is so much humor in this that I love, and just, I don't know, this kind of comedy I love too. I think when that Frontiers boss comes in so menacingly and abruptly.
If anyone here has a reason why these two should not be married, speak now or forever.
I really enjoyed that, so I'm going to put it in, I think I'm going to put it in Zero Gravity. I do love this short so much. Good, at least we've got like a full row of Zero Gravity now, thank God. But now we are nearing the end. We've got our final batch of shorts to go through, volume 10, and then we're finally done. I'm so excited. Let's move on to our final volume. So the first one is Shadow Generations. It starts at the beginning of the game, I believe.
No.
Where Shadow replaces a real Chaos Emerald with a fake one. I was on the right track, but that wasn't how the short started. It actually begins in Sonic Generations, where Sonic is up against Shadow, defeats him, and takes the Chaos Emerald from him. After he leaves, Rouge comes over and asks Shadow why he let Sonic take the Emerald, and this is where Shadow talks about what I said in the context of Shadow Generations. He took the fake Emerald in the beginning, along with the real one, and let Sonic take the fake Emerald, which, looking back in retrospect, I don't know what Shadow's game plan was, because he asks Rouge to remind him to swap them later, and it's like, why couldn't you just give Sonic the real Emerald then and there? You know what? He would have needed it for his story, because the final boss in Sonic Generations takes place after the events of Shadow Generations. Still though, he's playing with fire by doing that. And then it cuts to the events of Sonic Generations, where Shadow and Rouge are like watching from the sidelines when Sonic and Classic Sonic are up against Time Eater, getting ready to go Supersonic. When they do though, it doesn't work. And Rouge is like, that's strange. That should work. Why is that the case? And then Shadow realizes that he gave Sonic the wrong Emerald. He gave him the fake one, not the real one, and he had the real one.
Huh? Y'all hear that?
He's like, Rouge, check this out. And Rouge is like,
what? Why isn't he?
Rouge.
I don't know if they died, but they are definitely badly injured. This one is funny. I'm gonna put it in Heroes, actually. Heroes. Yeah, next one is... oh yeah, this one is big. Literally, it's big. Now, I have not seen the Goofy movie before, to my recollection. So I don't know what happens in there. If you want to talk to me about an extremely goofy movie though, that's a different story. Although I haven't watched the movie in over a decade, so the memories are starting to fade. Big has this copy of the Goofy movie, and he does a fishing move that's a reference to the Goofy movie. While he does that, he actually hooks onto like this pot of chili that Sonic has got, because he's got like this whole like chili dog lineup ready, and like he flings the pot onto Sonic. Meanwhile, Big is successful with his catch. Turns out to be one of the Frontiers one of the Frontiers bosses again. But Big's happy. He sees it as the perfect catch, so someone's winning in the short, at least.
Bad girl on the left, she got a bad girl on the right. I got a bad girl sitting right.
This one's gonna go into, I think it's gonna go in Fighters. Yep. Next one is Amy being like, Sonic is my love. I am the one that he loves. And then all these other characters come along being like, no, he loves me.
Excuse me, can I please talk to you for a minute? Sure, you know, you look kind of familiar. Yeah, you do too.
Sally is involved. There's some other people involved. I don't know. Rouge is there. Shadow gets put into the conversation. Was that it? I don't know if that got caught on the camera, but I swear... I want to say I heard like some sort of like car screech. This is happening all... Like, there's nothing new here. People and their cars... Men specifically, we get it. Your dick's small. Move on. Shadow gets put into the conversation as well.
Don't tell me we're going into fan shipping territory now.
I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative.
Oh yeah, and also Amy's like, no, we're not including OCs as well. And all these OC characters walk off dejected. And Amy's like, okay, we all know who his true love is. And it cuts to Sonic and a chili dog, which is true. He gets approached by all the girls and he's like, what is it? And then it just cuts to him running off from all of them. I forgot to mention this too because it is important to the short. The animation is very Sonic X coded, like the animation style. It ends up being like this episode of Sonic's X's. I love that play. I love that play. I'm gonna put this in Fighters as well. Next one is Sonic. I don't know what this game is, but he's up against a boss, and while Sonic is monologuing, he's running out of rings because he's in supersonic form. So he goes to collect more rings and come back, but then the more he does that, the quicker the rings disappear, and he keeps collecting rings. Colors immediately. Oh, no, not here. There we go. I'm a bit confused with this one. It's Omega doing a magic trick, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. That's pretty much it. I personally wasn't really interested in the short. Again, I want to clarify again, no hate to any of these animators. If I don't like it, it's just my personal preference. But I'm going to put this one in Chronicles. Really sorry about that, but I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I believe this could be Sonic Adventure, I think. Tails is approaching Sonic in like a public shower and he's like furiously scrubbing himself and Tails is like, what happened? And it cuts to before where, I don't know if it's Station Square. Well, yes! He's like underground in like the sewers and he gets a bunch of trash dumped onto him. And then there are like these people watching from these cameras in like an office somewhere seeing it. And one of them's like, well, what do we do? And then this other person's like, we'll just chuck more trash on him, whatever. And then just cuts back to Sonic reliving the memory in like a mortified state and he just like continues to scrub himself furiously and tells can't do much else but to back away. What else can you do in that moment?
Die.
I'm gonna put this one in Heroes. Next shot is Knuckles returning to the Master Emerald and seeing Mecha Sonic there and using the Emerald's power for a television to buy items from like infomercials. And Knuckles is like, why are you using the emerald for that and not to power yourself up? And then Mecha Sonic is like, wait, I can do that?
You can do that?
And then immediately just goes to powering himself up. And Knuckles is there, zipping his lips and kicking himself that he just did that. Again, Knuckles, sweet but dense.
You should have just sat there and ate your food because you need to shut the fuck up.
And we love him for that. We're gonna put this short in Fighters. Yep. This has also become another personal favorite of mine. I love this short so much. I really do love this animation style. Again, I think this was also another short where it reminded me of how much variety of animations we're seeing now in the new era of Sonic shorts. I love it for it. So it's Charmy in the Chaotix household and he's really hungry and he finds this bowl of chips on the table and he starts eating them.
The flavor, oh my God, it's so real, like.
And as he's doing so, Vector enters the room and freaks out when he sees Charmy and Charmy's like, oh,
I was just, these chips are just...
The flavor.
And then Vector's like, Charmy?
That's not chips.
And it cuts to Vector at the doctor's office and it turns out those are actually his scales that he's shedding. And I don't know why. Vector, I don't know why he's just putting them in a bowl out in the open. When Charmy's, I'm sorry, you should know Charmy by now. That honestly would be something that he would do. And he has. Unintentionally, he has. And Charmy looks at one of the scales in horror and then proceeds to eat it.
I am disgusted.
21. The off. I've had it with you. Go the home. I've had it officially.
Again, I love the humor and I really adore this animation style. I don't know, I find it really pleasing and kind of unique actually to looking at the rest of the other animations now that I think about it. I'm honest, no, I'm putting it in Zero Gravity. Or everything that I just mentioned, it is fantastic. Alright, next we got Sonic being approached by Eggman at his door again. doing the whole is your refrigerator running joke, and Sonic's like, Eggman, I'm not doing this. And then Sonic's refrigerator does actually burst out of the house and start running, and Sonic starts chasing after it. It turns out Sage was the one that was actually controlling the refrigerator. Tag team effort. Also, one thing that I find interesting now is that Eggman's got like an adoptive child in Sage. That's what I've gathered, because I think Sage was from Frontiers as well. Regardless of what I just said with that whole ramble, I'm gonna put this short in Fighters. Seeing that relationship with Eggman and Sage is very cute. Right, next we've got, now I'm trying to figure out which adventure this is, because I get this too confused sometimes. I think this is Adventure 2. I'm thinking back to the Snapcube fandom, and I remember seeing this in there.
I'm back in the fucking building again!
It's Sonic in this like shuttle heading back down to Earth from the Death Egg. He's got one of the Chaos Emeralds, and he's thinking back to what Tails said about its properties and how we can use them. I don't know if it's like the Infinity Stones where each one has like a different property, or if all of them are to like slow down time. I don't know. But he uses that emerald to slow down time. I don't know for what reason, but instead of the emerald slowing down time completely, it just slows everything in motion while time still goes on, which causes the shuttle to explode. Again, I have not played Adventure 2, as I've said many times now, but I'm pretty sure the shuttle like is supposed to explode, and like he uses the emerald to try and like slow everything down so he can escape or whatever. Or I don't know if that's just a gag that they've put into the short and that's not actually canon. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna put this short in, I'm not gonna lie, I think I might put it in colors, only because at first I was a bit confused like with what was going on, in my opinion. Next, we have Knuckles. I think he's on Angel Island. There's like a carnival, and he's, you know, playing these different games. He's having the time of his life with all these friends, and he's like, wow, I'm so happy to have friends like you guys, but they're all like built from coconuts and different items. Poor sweethearts, pretending that they're there. And Sonic and Rouge are in the background just watching him. They're not shocked, but also they're not disappointed either.
Just be nice. I'm finding it. It take you that long to find it?
I don't know which one of them says like he needs to just get off this island more often.
He really needs to get off this island once in a while.
Yeah, I think I'll put this short in Fighters. Yeah. Next one is Vector on a date with Vanilla. Finally for him.
Yes! Yes!
This one's also so fucking random, but again, I do love it. He's telling her the story, and she's like loving it, and then the waiter comes with like their orders. Waiter is like struggling to pronounce the order that Vanilla had.
For the missus, we have
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
It's something along the lines of like poison. It's not actually poison, but Vector thinks because he pronounced it as poison, he has like no emotion, but then he just like charges at the waiter and like starts attacking him because he thinks that he's like the waiter's actually gonna poison Vanilla.
poison with lemon squeeze and carrot sticks.
Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3.
And Vanilla's just like admiring his bravery. And also like this random moment where like Vanilla's fluff just like puffs out. It's so random. But again, it's the random ones that just grab my attention more sometimes. So I'm gonna put this short in Heroes. I don't think it's Zero Gravity worthy, but Heroes is still a good place for it. Next we have another big moment. Big has lost Froggy yet again, and he ends up having to just searching everywhere, disrupting people's days in the process. And then Sonic's like, I know you need to find Froggy, but can you please stop like bothering other people because it's getting annoying. Which sets Big off majorly because he lunges at Sonic and just whacks him good with his rod. Oh! His fishing rod. Alright.
I'll let you use my big rod.
And said Sonic flying into the air, and then Big proceeds to continue looking for Froggy. Well, Jesus. I'm gonna put this one in Fighters as well. Silver gets a mention again, so that's, you know, that's always good. I don't know who my favorite Sonic character is. For a while I thought it was Silver, but recently I've been thinking it is probably Shadow. But the thing is, there are a lot of characters I do like, so like I can't just choose. Oh? Ambulance has gone past somewhere. It went by very quickly. I don't know where it went, but I heard it just for a split second and Now it's gone. Next shot is Sonic in a nightmare where he's about to get eaten by a chili dog and he wakes up before that happens. Potential cold sweat and everything. So then that morning, Tails is there. He's like, how are you? And Sonic is like a little bit grumpy because he didn't sleep properly because of the nightmare. And then Amy's like, hey.
Hey. Hey. How y'all doing?
I've made something for you, Sonic, and it's some chili dogs. So then Sonic gets triggered with nobody else knowing why. And I'm gonna put the short in, yeah, fighters. All right, next short is, I believe it's that one anime movie from the 90s. The one with the very choice voice acting. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are facing off against Metal Sonic and they're trying to figure out how to defeat him. I forgot who said it. I want to say it was Tails being like something about defeating it through its thoughts and feelings or something to like that extent, but also like how Sonic's connected to Metal Sonic or something.
It's because Robotic programmed him to be your exact copy. He knows all your thoughts and feelings.
Your thoughts and feelings?
I have the mind of a I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that? I don't know, but I'm so creative like that.
And then Knuckles comes up with the bright idea of being like, okay, and then punches Sonic, which tells us like, what? Why are you doing that, Knuckles? And then it turns out that Metal also got punched as well.
It's actually working!
Knuckles is like, Tails, let's just beat the shit out of Sonic. That way we can defeat Metal. And Tails is like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And Sonic's like, bitch, you better beat the shit out of me now. And they do. Eggman gets involved with attacking Sonic as well. And then Metal Sonic is defeated. And Sonic is worse for wear. It's not too bad, but I think I might end up putting it in colors for now. Yeah. Next short is Sonic and the Black Knight. I think it's the first Sonic and the Black Knight short, which is surprising actually. The sword, I think it's Excalibur, is like having like this contemplative and like meaningful moment with Sonic, and Sonic's like, that is so great, mate, but like, can we do this at a later time because we are literally hanging off from you facing this pit of lava. Blaze's character is there as well, even though it's not like Blaze technically. It's like, what was her character? Isn't it Gallagher? I don't know. Galahad. Yeah.
Oh man, you could be a nuclear physicist.
And then Excalibur starts like slipping out of the crack that it's in.
Caliburn, I used you as a toothpick while you were asleep.
A porcupine. And then unfortunately he slips and they fall into the lava. Excalibur wakes up and he's fine, but then he sees the skeletal remains of Sonic and Blaze and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, double homicide.
Yeah. Fighters as well. Not bad. God, this has become such a massive thing, but I'm liking the way it's looking actually. It's looking quite good. Next short, it's a boxing match between Bowser and Cheese. You know, the Chow. The power scaling in that alone is so unbalanced, but Cream, being the manager, I guess, or the coach, she's got tricks up her sleeve. She gives Cheese this like food that's gonna help him, whatever. Gives him all these instructions and just like the expressions that she pulls, I love.
Also remember to bob and weave and don't have too much fun out there, eh? And don't die, that's kind of important.
Cream me actualized. So then Cheese gets into the ring with Bowser. Whatever was in that food, it just makes Cheese grow to the literal size of Bowser.
What?
And so it's like just going at Bowser, literally cracking his shell. Like, oh my god, I thought this was a classy party. Because like all the crowd were like concerned that Cheese was gonna get squashed by Bowser. But now that the roles have been reversed, everyone's cheering for Cheese and he's like beating the shit out of Bowser and that's it.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god!
I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah. Heroes. Is Zero Gravity though? No, I think it's Heroes. I think Cream to me is the highlight of the short. Everything else is like good, but like, again, Cream's the standout for me. Next short, I'm trying to remember this one exactly. I think it's like Eggman getting ready to fight Sonic, but the contraption is definitely very flimsy. Sonic comes along and he's like, hey, what is this?
That robot can't turn around. Can't.
Eggman's kind of like trying to like deny it or whatever, but then Sonic literally just like pokes the legs of the machine and the whole thing just like falls apart immediately.
It took me 1 month to make this, please.
Perfect.
It's not bad, but I'm gonna put it in, I think I'm gonna put it in colors because, like, I don't recall it that well. It's not one of the most memorable shorts or the ones that stand out the most to me in this volume. Next short is Sonic Heroes again, yay. It's the end of the game where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are all running together and Sonic's like, yeah, it's time for a new adventure, yes. And they all jump into the freeze frame.
We're Sonic Heroes!
But then Tails and Knuckles, in that freeze frame, end up calling Sonic out. They're like, why is it your name? Why aren't either our names involved? And they have this back and forth argument about it being like, we should include our names in it as well.
Not to be that guy, but I did do the most.
Since when?
If you're so good on your own, fly up there then.
We'd still be in Frog Forest if it was just you two slowpokes.
And you'd be stuck in Seaside Hill with those noodle arms.
And then it just ends with Sonic getting the gun ready and being like, you want to retract your statements. And Tails and Knuckles are like shit scared. And then it cuts to... It just fades out and then it cuts back to Sonic doing the whole take again. But he's alone and then he jumps in the freeze frame. And you can tell that he shot Tails and Knuckles because there's a bit of blood on the ground. And you can just see the manic look in Sonic's eyes. You can tell that he is now a criminal on the run. Is it fighters? Because like I kind of don't look at it in Heroes, so I think it's gonna go in Fighters. Yeah. Next short, a very simple one, a Sonic R reference. Another one that we haven't seen a lot of. Actually, it's probably the first time Sonic R has been mentioned in these shorts, and it's, you know, Supersonic Racing playing in the background. And once we get to the chorus, kind of like that supercalifragilisticexpialidocious meme, it cuts off at everybody's soup. It's Sonic, Tails, and Amy as soup on Resort Island. I don't know if anybody else has made that joke before, but I'm gonna put it in Fighters because it is kind of funny and it reminds me of the Mary Poppins version as well. A very simple yet effective joke. Very effective punchline. Next short is another murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Tails, Barry, Blaze, and Rouge, and they're all trying to like... That's right, because I think from memory from this short, I'm trying to remember, I think they have to like grab this Fabergé egg from this part of the train.
What?
And they're trying to figure out ways to grab it. Barry comes up with a plan to be like, I don't know if it sounds a bit odd or too far-fetched, but maybe I can pretend to be in a relationship with Blaze. Blaze takes this very seriously, and she starts grilling Barry on all these different questions to verify if he is a good fit to be Blaze's partner.
Question. What's your heritage? Any war crimes I should know about? How's your credit score looking? What's your level of education? Are you tested? Do you leave drinks without coasters?
And then it cuts to years later where Blaze and Barry have 2 kids and they've told them the story about how they met. And then the kids are like, so did you guys get the Fabergé egg or not? And no response was found. I'm gonna put this short... Where should I put it in? I think it's gonna go in Fighters. It's quite a funny direction on like that whole thing. Although I don't recall exactly that situation in the game, but regardless, it's still a fun short. Next we have, I think it's from the trailer of Sonic 3, because I don't know if Sonic 3 came out at that point, but it's Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles meeting Shadow for the first time. I forgot exactly what happened, but long story short,
I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
Knuckles goes to attack Shadow, and Shadow teleports straight in front of Knuckles, grabs his fist, and breaks his hand. But then it cuts to afterwards, and this is where this short goes higher on the tier list for me. It references the short in Volume 4, the one where Sonic gets his arms broken from Shadow after eating all the eggs, but the roles are reversed, and now Knuckles is in bed with broken arms while Sonic visiting him. And I forgot what Sonic said. I don't know if he said the exact same thing as Knuckles did in the original.
You know, you really shouldn't give him ideas.
And actually it's funny how, actually now looking back in retrospect, fuck, both of them got their arms broken by Shadow. I just realized that now. Oh my god, I love that so much. I love the details, bitch. Anyways, but instead of Sonic punching Knuckles ends up breaking his cast and punching Sonic out the window of, I believe, the hospital. So in the end, Sonic still gets hurt. Oh well. I think I'm gonna put it in Fighters. I don't know if it should be in Heroes for the reference alone. Where's the other one at? Oh, it is here in Heroes. I don't know, because that's the original, and the original one is quite iconic. No, you know what? It is going to go in Heroes because I do think that reference alone should be, like, towards the upper echelon of this list. Looking at it now, the 2 top tiers are quite small in comparison with Fighters and Colors. This is where a lot of them are at. Because even Chronicles, there isn't an awful lot. But that just shows that, you know, there aren't a lot of really awful shorts in my opinion. It's just a bunch that are like, that just exists. Final two. Next one. It's a Boozerman one, so it's gonna be a doozy. And it is, because it's Knuckles and Rouge. I think they're in Club Rouge. I'm thinking back to like my memory of the short. I think that's where they are. They're like sitting next to each other. They're kind of like sitting on the same couch. They're kind of like being a little bit shy. And then they're like touch hands. But then it turns out they're actually touching the Master Emerald, because the Master Emerald is sitting in between them. And then they start arguing. And then it gets really weird because like Tikal appears in the face of the Master Emerald. Knuckles' fists and Rouge's like breasts get censored. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Anyone can change your thoughts into power.
Right.
You could not get me to know what is going on, because I personally don't know. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. And then Vector appears, of course, because it's Boozerman. Vector appears on top of the Master Emerald, and before he can go crazy, the Master Emerald shatters from his weight.
Smash that thing!
But then, just when you think it can't get crazier, it just ends so... I don't even know what the word I need to describe for the last like 2 to 3 seconds is, because what happens is Vector lands on the floor and he's annoyed because, like, you know, he fell. He sees Knuckles and Rouge. They are pissed. They are pissed because he broke the Master Emerald, and they each both grab a shard of the emerald.
Darling, you're not ready. No, I really mean it.
And they stick the shards up his front door and back door. Yeah. That was a wild ride, wasn't it? The first time I watched it too, I did not know what I was watching. It was a whole clusterfuck. It was a mindfuck of all mindfucks. I'm putting it in fighters because, like, it is still... The whole thing confused me. I reckon if it wasn't so random, I could have probably put it up in heroes, because that ending is insane. It's kind of funny though. That whole middle section, I just felt lost and confused. I could not, for the life of me, figure out what I was witnessing. Yeah. And then we have one left. What a good way to end off with this final short. And again, another indication of how pop culture's changed since 2013, and how that has been incorporated into the shorts. And the final short of Volume 10 and of the entire series so far is Maria Robotnik on a Twitch stream. She's a Twitch streamer. My god. It's her with her chat, and she's talking about Shadow, and Shadow's there even though he does not want to be there, and it's almost like she's holding him hostage.
How can you see into my eyes?
And she's talking about how her grandfather, Gerald, made him to help her to cure her illness, and she showed him like the other creatures that he created to help, I think namely Bio-Lizard. Also, side tangent, but I listened to Supporting Me for the first time this year. Where has that song been my whole life? Anyways.
Who knew injecting dark alien blood would make such a difference? Wake me up! How in the arc does it even work?
That girl is a real crowd, please. But the gag is, this Twitch stream is being held during the events of like when Gunn stormed the space colony, and it's that scene. But it's done in the way of Gunn finding out their location because Maria's chat doxed her.
Did you guys fucking dox me?
Honestly, it's too perfect. It's too perfect. And then it like live streams Maria sending Shadow to Earth, and then her literally getting shot by one of the gun soldiers.
For all the people on the
Don't
planet.
you dare touch that lever!
I like drama. Drama drives me at times. I think without drama, what's the fun in life?
And then the stream just cuts and her channel has been banned. I don't know, temporarily or permanently, whatever. And then the cherry on top on what is already a fantastic short. Black Doom sends like bits, I think it's bits from memory, to her channel. After her channel's been banned. This short honestly has made a lasting impression on me. It is without a shadow of a doubt, pardon the pun, going in zero gravity. My god. fantastic all around. This is such a fantastic concept, and a concept that could not have been done back then in the OG timeline because of the fact that streaming wasn't a thing. And this short again made me realize how much has changed in terms of like pop culture in 11 years. So that this sort of thing can be incorporated into the shorts. Everything about this short, in my opinion, is phenomenal. I love the animation style too, and just the humor, and just how it fits into, like, I guess the timeline of SA2 is hilarious. You know what? Now that I mention it, this short could easily be connected to Snapcube's fan dub of Shadow the Hedgehog. Alright, and hear me out. Here's why.
Put your seatbelts on.
I mean, obviously, if you're watching this, you probably know of Snapcube and Penny and the fan dubs that she does with her friends. If you've seen one of the fan dubs, how there is like one main plot and like several subplots. Right, so, you know how the main plot of the Shadow the Hedgehog fan dub is Black Doom approaching Shadow and being like, "Hey, Shadow."
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's my impersonation of fan dub Black Doom.
I don't think so.
"Hey, Shadow." But I want you to sin for me because I want you to be in hell with me. I'll make you middle mountain of hell. All I need you to do is collect sin points and all that. Yeah. And one of the subplots of the fan dub is Shadow being a Twitch streamer because Black Doom has said on multiple occasions about how he was like Shadow's first subscriber. So he was there from day one. After the whole thing of like towards the end, Shadow just like going against Black Doom and Black Doom being like, "I can't believe you did this. I was your first subscriber. You mean nothing to me. This means nothing to me. You mean nothing to me. I hate you. I hate you. Look at my big thing." And then how the president is also a Twitch streamer as well.
Why would anyone answer me?
So, with all that being said, Maria being a Twitch streamer as well wouldn't fall too far from the canon of that fan dub. If anything, this could easily be slotted in somewhere in that timeline. I don't know if anybody else has thought of that. And I also don't know if the animator had that in mind too when they created the short. I don't know. I can't say. That's another thing too that happened since the original Sonic Shorts like timeline. The Snapcube fan dubs, they all started happening around the late 2010s. And again, the fact that Black Doom was the one that sent the bits at the end, it's all connected. It has to be all connected. That's my theory. I'm calling it. That short is a part of Snapcube's Shadow fan dub. Yep. Right, well, that's it. I don't know how many hours that's been all in all, but 2 nights worth of yapping about this series and over 200 shorts finally ranked to my personal and professional opinion, some might say, some being me. I'm quite pleased. I'm not surprised that there are a lot of shorts in the fighters and colors tiers. I kind of figured going into this that there would be, and I'm quite happy with the shorts that are higher up. I think they are in the right spots. Oh, this has been fun. This has been a ranking video that I've wanted to do for a couple of months now, and I'm really happy that I've finally got around to it. Doing this ranking, I kind of was already going back into a Sonic phase last year with the whole Sonic Renaissance, you know, because that's another thing too. The Sonic Renaissance really happened last year, because not only did we get Shadow Generations and the Sonic 3 movie, but Sonic Shorts returning. Sonic as a franchise has really come back into action, which I love. And now with Sonic Racing Cross Wars coming next month, I'm excited for that too. I'm hoping to play that for the channel when it comes out. And I'm hoping to do more ranking videos moving forward. I definitely am. And I know what I want to do in terms of ranking videos. For now, I'm really happy with this turnout. If you've come this far, thank you so much for watching. This is one of the longest videos that I've done in a while. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. For what it's worth, of all the blood, sweat and tears I'm going to put into this video, and hopefully it turns out well. Yeah, I would love it if you give it a like. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It will be greatly appreciated. Comment down below, what are your favorite shorts from the series? What are your memories of Sonic Shorts if you watched it back in the day? Can't believe I'm saying that about the late 2000s and early 2010s. Fuck me. Because I'm pretty sure if you've watched this series back then, yeah, you'll definitely have some memories. And hit the notification bell so that you can get notified on when I upload next. God, my throat is scratchy, but you know, I can't expect too much else if I'm yapping for over 2 hours at a time. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care of yourself, treat yourself, do what makes you feel good, and love yourself. And I will see you all very soon. See you later.